Sorry for that little audio, what's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say delay, but what I mean was break, interruption. I was just posting to Twitter that I was live. As is the usual way, I'm just waiting for Twitch Mobile to decide that I am in fact streaming at the moment. Oh, I think it's just... yeah, there we go. There you go. I was watching a stream just before and I had a terrible delay on mobile between the chat and the stream, like at least 5 seconds. So I hope it's not too much of an issue tonight. You're just going to get another itty bitty interruption to the sound for a moment. Oh, wait, no, you're not. Okay, good. Apparently, so long as I minimize things rather than actually go into other things, that's some good English. I can speak well today. I don't get an interruption to the audio if I minimize rather than switch focus. Good evening, and welcome to the stream. We're going to do Onderon's Jungle Moon, Duxon, tonight. As usual, the audio for KOTOR is a bit of a shit show, so be sure to let me know if you're having trouble hearing me, or if you're hearing any element of the sound. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Here we go. So, last time on this stream, we got to Duxon. We did the first part of the Jungle Moon up to arriving at the Mandalorian camp. And now we have to help the Mandalorians out in order to, I don't know, what was it? We have to win their approval so they'll use their shuttle to take us to Onderon, I think. They're kind of shit at cleaning their place up. They're just letting plants grow all over everything. Whoa. Mandalore, did you just like freeze the game? His voice is that powerful. Hello, Telotic. Thanks for coming to check out the stream tonight. Hope you've had a good day.
Damn it. The jungle is taking over everything.
Alright, so I'm just going to run around and talk to everyone and get some quests, and then I'm going to head out into the jungle and kill some bombers. I'm a light side Jedi.
What do you
Oh,
want?
Jesus. That was kind of loud. Was that super, super loud for you guys as well? I think that was super, super loud. I'm going to go and adjust the voice audio down a little bit. All right. Who are you?
I'm Kex, the new quartermaster. If a Mandalorian needs something, they come to me. Mandalore's ordered me to let you have access to our supplies, including some military-grade surplus.
Sweet.
It's not free, though. You can pay with credits or trade in some of your gear. Doesn't matter to me.
How did you end up as quartermaster?
The greatest honor for a Mandalorian is to distinguish themselves in battle. But as age comes upon us, some are forced to find honor in other pursuits. They assist as freighter pilots, technicians, or quartermasters. There's honor there, but it's nothing compared to the heat of battle. For someone young like me, this task is distasteful. There are many battles left in me, yet I'm relegated to this.
How did you wind up with the job if you hate it so much?
My predecessor was loading equipment from Cache D5. Mandalorian engineers must have worked a double shift on that one. The old quartermaster was carrying out a load of blast converters and walked straight into a beam splitter. Pieces of them wound up all over. So I got the job, and here I am.
Alright, well, let's see what you have. Anything useful here? Med packs are always useful, but probably not regular med packs, not at this stage of the game. How about I go Misk? They're usually pretty good. Force resist 14, not bad. Hello, Sphinx. Thanks for coming to check the stream out. Are you familiar with the game? You've never played KOTOR, but you like old BioWare like Neverwinter Nights. Well, this is actually Obsidian. Obsidian before they really got found their feet. So it uses a lot of assets from BioWare, because BioWare made the first one, right? And yeah, it's this. I prefer this to the second game because the story is a little bit more nuanced. The
jungle is taking over everything. This place is a mess.
Okay, Zuka. The story is more nuanced. The first KOTOR game is really a rehash of the standard Star Wars story. It's got a little twist in there here and there. Okay, I'm just going to walk away from him because he can't stop talking to himself. Now he's totally distracted me from what I was saying. This story is totally different from a regular Star Wars. It goes a lot more into grey and what ifs and stuff like that, whereas the first KOTOR game, very much just standard space hero adventure. Great game, fabulous game. I prefer this one because of the slightly more complicated story. Hello, Demon Zaphin. Thanks for coming to check out the stream tonight. Haven't played this one for a while. Yeah, I hadn't played it for about a year either, and I'm playing with two mods. So I'm playing with the restored content mod, which I've used before, and I'm also playing for the first time ever with the restored robot planet mod, which I'm very excited about. But I'm still a little while before I'm going to end up there, so that's pretty cool. Hello, Skenzo. Thanks for coming to the stream. Rude Mandalorians. Well, I mean, they're not exactly known for their diplomacy, right? Did I play these back when they came out? A couple years after they came out, I think. I didn't really have a good computer at the time.
All right, stand back. Let's see if that... Sith's blood! Fixing anything in this rot-infested place is an uphill battle.
Anything I can help with?
This jungle attacks anything made by man. Restoring the generators and computer systems is no easy task.
Well, I've had some practice restoring computer systems if you need a hand.
I'll take whatever help I can get. Whatever wires and tech haven't been corroded by the jungle are at least 10 years old. I'm trying to get the relay dish operational, but several components are broken and need repair. Without the relay, we're vulnerable to attack, especially right now. Your space metal may have attracted unwanted attention, and our shuttle sensors can't cover the whole moon.
So what should I get started working on?
Seems just about everything involved with a relay dish is broken. I've been trying to fix it for weeks and still no success. If you think you can help, there's the broken cables right over there, and the relay maintenance structure's behind me. You can find the telemetry computer in there. The only thing I know for sure is we need a new phase pulse converter for the tracking computer.
A phase pulse converter, huh? I bet that's definitely a real thing in computer science. If you don't have one on hand, that could be hard to get.
We actually
I know
already
what I'm
found
talking
one
about.
in an old weapons cache, but flaming Canucks ate it.
Flaming Canucks? Like, are you using flaming like, you know, like in Australia we say bloody, like bloody Canucks? Those goddamn Canucks? Or do you mean like actual on fire Canucks? So they ate it?
That's a problem with Canucks. They'll leave you alone if you keep your distance. But if you turn your back on the pests, they'll eat anything they can get in their mouth.
So why don't you hunt them down?
They're vermin, and no challenge for a Mandalorian. Since they provide no sport, we ignore them.
How do you propose I find it then?
Just gut every Canuck you come across. You wouldn't believe the things you can find in those little beasts.
Oh, this better be worth it. I'll start looking.
All right then. Come back when you have the converter and we can see about getting these systems working again.
Gutting. Don't worry, Sphinx. This came out in like 2004, so the gutting visuals aren't nearly what you might expect. Plus, haven't you streamed Dark Souls? I wouldn't think that you'd be sensitive to to anything of the sort.
Taking over everything. This place is a mess.
Tilotig has said to me, generic reminder a couple times. Generic reminder, huh? Is there something something I should be remembering today? Is it some kind of a something some friend of mine or something's important to them today? I don't know. Can't remember. Gosh. Ashmelon, if you're listening, happy birthday. I got something for you in the chat. Hang on, where are we? Let's see. Here it is.
Damn it. The jungle is taking over everything. This
There you
place
go.
is a mess.
Was I supposed to fix these wires as well? Or am I just like hanging out here like an asshole
Any
because I'm talking to the
progress with
chat?
the repairs or the phase pulse converter?
I'm still working on it. I've got to admit, man, I wasn't really paying attention to you. Alright, I can probably fix this. It would take a lot of skill and parts to repair them. Lots of parts. 1 parts. I have fixed the wires with the 1 parts.
Damn it. The jungle is taking over everything. This place is...
Man, these guys are angry.
So, you're the Jedi the camp's been talking about. Are you planning on exploring the jungles to the south?
You're welcome, Ashmelon. I hope you had a good birthday. I might. Who are you?
I'm Zarga. I instruct our RAR Mandalorian recruits in the ways of
Our
discipline
RAR?
and battle.
Our
I
RAR
sent one of my
recruits.
warriors, Kumas, into the jungle. It's been 3 days, and I want you to bring back his corpse and his survival pack.
Why do you want the body?
Good point. I don't want his body, just his equipment. Field strip the corpse and bring the gear back.
I'm a light side Jedi. I'll keep an eye out for the body.
Mandalore will gather the Sith.
Ooh, is this a container that I can steal from? Goodness, I love stealing in this game. Oh, that's not useful. Well, I mean, it's useful, it's just not exciting. That's more exciting. I still probably won't use it, but at least it has a more interesting name.
During the war, we abandoned our headquarters before Revan's final attack. Only a few volunteers were allowed to stay and fight.
Was I supposed to be fixing this computer as well? Because I've played this before, I can't remember what I've already been told to do and what I just know I have to do. Phase pulse converter. Telemetry computer. Okay, I'm supposed to do this one. And once again, 1 spike's required. Good stuff. I could probably make some parts to upgrade my lightsaber. I've upskilled myself quite a bit since the last time I did that. Ooh, boxes for stealing. Okie dokie. I feel like using the fog on this level as a way to hide the poor texture and model quality was probably a good move. So they want this awesome jungle world, but their graphics engine can't really deliver on what they would like to achieve. So they've just sort of hidden it. The proud warrior culture appears to be massively technologically incompetent. Well, like the whole Star Wars universe appears to be massively technologically incompetent, you know? Like, they've got all the technology for space travel and they've got KOTOR, but, you know, they have things break all the time and robots still look like they do, and this still gets me. Padme died in childbirth. Like, what? Excuse me?
So, the Jedi comes to grace us. The battle circle is reserved only for real warriors. Your Jedi ways won't help you here.
Spoilers for Revenge of the Sith, I suppose. What is the battle circle?
The battle circle is only a small part of our training regiment. A full Mandalorian warrior is a master of many fighting techniques, and here, all of them are tested. If you were to compete, you would have to do so on our terms, for that is the way of the battle circle. Those with great honor decide the terms of engagement. Jedi rely too much on their vaunted powers. They lose touch of the power of their arms and feet. Without your force, would you be a match for even the lowliest of Mandalorian warriors? If you want to try and fight us on our terms, that can be arranged.
Alright, well, I guess what are the rules?
Two rules never change. Once you enter the circle, you leave the circle only if your opponent is defeated. The second is never kill anyone in the circle. The other rules are decided for each individual fight. The challenger must abide by the terms set by the warrior they challenge. Since you are new, the terms aren't yours to make.
Well,
Break
fair
any
enough, I
rule,
guess.
And the battle is over, and you are dishonored.
I want to fight.
You are new here, so you will fight Davril. He is young, and has not been able to prove himself in battle. Davril, what are your terms?
No weapons, no Jedi tricks, and no items. Just fist and foot. A true test of strength.
Put your weapon away, Jedi. Don't step out of the circle and pull any death blow. No one dies in the battle circle. Step into the battle circle. Now you will experience a true fight.
Tilo Tiga, I can't force choke him. I'm a light side Jedi. Oh yeah, he's going down.
The match between Jedi and Davril is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. Davril is just a recruit. I'm not surprised you won this fight. A challenger has expressed interest in fighting you. As little honor as you have gained, it is sufficient to accept his request. Let me know if you would fight again.
Chat, are you getting weird about force powers? I can see hug and tickle. Nyah! That's right. That's the sound a true warrior makes. Alright.
Here to watch a fight or to participate?
See, I'm not much of a fighter, but they want me to gain honor among them, right? When in Rome, or I suppose on Doxon. Yes, I would like to fight. Please, give me one fight.
You have gained some small honor. There is a challenger for you. He is Kex, the quartermaster. Since he is the challenger, you get to choose the terms.
Why does he want to fight me?
As quartermaster, he has little opportunity for any glory in training. He isn't as skilled as Davril.
Well, I guess this isn't really my thing, so what would you say would be appropriate?
The battle circle is for training. It is best to choose something that will test both of your limits. In this case, swords would be a good choice. It is something neither one of you are completely familiar with, but the choice is ultimately yours to make.
Alright, well, let's fight with swords, as you suggested.
An honorable choice. I will send a runner to Kex. Your fight will begin shortly.
What he doesn't know, of course, is that I spent the first third of this game fighting with the sword, but I don't have to tell him that.
The match between Kex and Jedi is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. If you want to fight again, let me know.
Skenzo says anything is possible with the Force. Force tickles, Force wedgies, Force, what else we got? Hugs, that's right. I feel like the potential for the Force to, you know, do things like that is completely ignored by the movies. That's why Extended Universe is better, right? Alright, I want to fight.
You choose to fight again. Now face a real Mandalorian warrior. Tagrin, what are your terms? Just fist and foot like you fight with Davril. Nothing else. Tagrin chooses to fight hand to hand. Remember, no weapons allowed, and absolutely no use of your force.
Alrighty. Whoa, he actually can fight. He's doing better than I am. Let's see who wins. As you can see, I have a very sophisticated fighting style, consisting of just click and hope. Getting a lot of misses. There we go.
The match between Jedi and Tagrin is over.
Got a bit fucked up with that one.
The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. You have fought well today. The only Mandalorians left for you to fight are our champions. No one can fight a champion until they have proven themselves worthy. And it must be real proof. The kind you gain fighting foes to the death. And a champion must observe and deem your actions worthy. There are two champions in the camp, Braylor and Kelborn. Until you prove yourself in their eyes, the battle circle is closed to you.
That's convenient. I need a rest. So we got Davril. Is this Braylor? Okay. I better heal myself up.
For Mandalore!
Oh my god, please.
For Mandalore!
Collision detection. Give me a break.
I have lost. But this was no true contest.
Dude.
Jedi are skilled warriors, and I am young. I will train very hard to match you in combat next time. But there are others already here who are more than your equal. Braylor is one of the mightiest among us. He could teach you humility.
Well, apparently he's not allowed to because I haven't proven myself yet, so...
You have prowess in battle, this cannot be denied. But your Jedi teachings prevent you from having a true warrior spirit. Jedi couldn't have beaten us in the Mandalorian Wars. It took a fallen
excuse
Jedi
me.
to gain that honor.
For Mandalore!
Alright, two problems with that statement. First of all, you are looking at someone who beat you in the Mandalorian Wars. And second of all, I never fell, so go fuck yourself. Sphinx says Jedi suck. Well, it's kind of interesting. That's kind of the point that this game tries to make a little bit. And the character that I am trying to sort of roleplay as, it's a bit hard, some of the choices. And that's the other thing in this game, the mechanical choices don't necessarily match the rhetorical argument. So it's hard to play as a non-force using Jedi or as a grey Jedi. There's no, I mean, I suppose if you pay attention to what you're doing, it's not hard, but there's no gameplay benefit to doing it. So that's what I get, +3 Constitution for being Master of the Light Side, and there's a, I think, +3 Strength or something for Master of the Dark Side, but there's no benefit for being within a certain range of the neutral. I would really love for them to do another Knights of the Old Republic game and really double down on the philosophical concepts that Jedi are actually kind of shit. Oh yeah, the morality system is everything in this game.
The Jedi Order isn't
And it's very black and white.
You always had hidden strengths. Very hard for even the wisest Mandalore to judge and predict. I have studied much of the Jedi since our defeat. I would be honored to cross blades with you in the battle circle.
Can you vouch for me in the battle circle?
I could only do that if I observed you fight an enemy in real combat. I have seen your matches so far, and I do not doubt your worthiness to face me. But the rules cannot be changed. The other champion, Kelborn, is in the jungle on a mission. Perhaps your paths will cross, and you'll have your opportunity there.
Thanks for providing subtitles for that fight in the background, Sphinx. Alright. So nothing more we can do there. For the time being. We already talked to Mandalore. We talked to that guy. We talked to that guy. He's just a rando. I think he takes me somewhere else.
You here to gloat over your victories in the battle circle. Save it for someone else. So why are you back?
Well, I was gonna ask if you had some sort of problem with me.
Yeah, I do. I don't know why Mandalore would let some outsider roam around our camp without an escort. If it were up to me, you would have been shot on sight. Mandalore must think you're something special.
He probably saw my lightsaber. Not gonna lie, that's pretty distinctive. Can you tell me anything about the area?
It's bad enough I have to stand here and pass out supplies while the others go on patrol. I'm not going to disgrace myself further by being your guide. The only advice I'll give you is, when you're in the jungle, shoot anything that moves. Then shoot the things that don't move, just to be sure.
Alright. I couldn't remember if you got a quest from him in the jungle as well. Alright, anyone here got a quest for me? How about you?
You have fought and defeated worthy foes in the battle circle.
How about you? You're a special color.
We've called off our patrols outside the camp. We usually find some entertainment in clearing out the worst of the beasts. But without our patrols, some of the larger beasts may be around. None of us will be around to bail you out of trouble. You've been warned.
Larger beasts.
We heard reports of a Zakeg wandering the paths around here.
Love Star Wars
They're
names.
a good challenge for Mandalorians. If you see one, stay out of its way. Without us to back you up, you'll be dead in seconds.
You just like get a set of Scrabble letters, stick a few extra consonants in there, a few of the higher scoring, rarer letters, just pull them out, throw them on the ground, and like nudge them into shape with your foot, and there you go. That's how you name something in the Star Wars universe. What's a Zakeg?
It's a huge red lizard that's built like a Baragwin battle tank. It has a hide so thick it might as well be Durasteel plating. We keep clearing them out of the area, but they keep coming back. They're tough opponents for non-Mandalorians.
Alright, well, even so, I can probably defeat it.
You fight a Zakeg. If you survived such a battle, you'd gain much honor.
Well, we'll see. I'll be back after I've defeated one.
Strong words. It would be amusing to see you try to kill such a beast. Try the outlying jungle paths if you're determined to seek one out. And bring me back a trophy from your kill as proof of the deed.
Trophy hunting. Real light side Jedi here. Do I think that Boba Fett is a true Mandalorian based on what you've learned from these games? Well, I don't remember Boba Fett very well. But if you're not raised in the Mandalorian culture, I think it would be a little hard to call yourself a Mandalorian, right? And Mandalore talks in this game about mercenary Mandalorians kind of not being real Mandalorians. So I'd say no.
Finally arrived, Jedi. I seek to reclaim the honor that you stole from me. I challenge you here, outside of the battle circle.
Oh my god.
This time, we fight to the death.
Who are you again? I don't even know who this is. I fought two. Oh, Davril. Okay. There are two. I fought two guys in blue. They all wear the same armor. Look, many Mandalorians have fallen to Jedi. There's no dishonor in that.
You would deny my request? I want to fight here, in front of other Mandalorians, to prove my worth. Do not shame me further.
Alright. Look, there must be other ways to prove yourself.
There were no wars to fight, no great enemies to destroy. I wish this was a different age, where our armadas were a force to be feared.
Dude, calm your tits. Like, become a painter or something. Well, I heard about this thing called a Zakeg. I never heard about it before, but apparently they're really tough to kill. A challenge even for a Mandalorian patrol.
A Zakeg? Those are the deadliest beasts in this part of the jungle. Patrols are right to be cautious about them. I'll do what I must to prove myself to the other Mandalorians, but fighting a Zakeg would be a short-lived honor.
Trust me, fighting me would also be a short-lived honor. Anyway, I'm looking for the Zakeg. We could fight it together.
What? Yes, I suppose that is possible. We would both gain recognition from that battle. Your plan is acceptable to me. Together we will destroy the Zek egg. I will meet you there.
Oh my god. These fiery young men. So eager to prove themselves that they just throw themselves up against a Jedi who's already kicked their ass once without even using their lightsaber or force powers. There we go. Beautiful Viridian blade. Just gonna go ahead and run off in the opposite direction because I'm already sick of his shit. A Malra. See what I mean about the naming convention? Oh, Canik behind me as well. And a Boma. How's that their music going? Where the hell did all these animals come from? Alrighty, almost there.
Like that?
I've said before and I'll say again, something that I feel this game struggles with a little. Music and combat noise is good, excellent. Something that I feel this game struggles with just a little is its pacing. I feel like you go through periods where you're just talking for ages. And then you're fighting for ages, and then you're talking for ages, and then you're fighting for ages. The combat is pretty fun though. I hope you're enjoying this delightful bitrate when I have the force speed power on.
What are you doing out here? It's dangerous for your kind.
Oh, what are you doing out here? I thought all patrols had been stopped.
I am a Mandalorian scout. I don't go on patrols. Mandalore sent me out here personally to track a ship that landed in the area.
There's a Duros bounty hunter ship deeper in the jungle.
No, it wasn't them. That ship was damaged and screaming its ID signature all the way down. This one was trying to slip in quietly, and it was keeping its eye on emissions to a minimum. Our sensors almost didn't pick it up.
What have you found?
Just this corpse here. Looks like a scout, and pretty green, too. The fool walked right into a group of Canucks and got torn apart.
Whoever these visitors are, they don't know their terrain very well.
He can't have been the only one crawling around here. If there's more, we need to take them out. You up for some action?
Skenzo says you've got backtracking for hours, walking back and forth over a big map. Yeah, there's a few 2004 game design elements that I'm glad we've moved on from. Alright, so what do you intend to do? Kill them?
Squeamish? Don't worry, I'm not planning on killing them unless I have to. But people do have a habit of shooting at Mandalorians on sight. If so, I wouldn't mind a good fight.
Well, I may be able to help. What's the plan?
There's more of these scouts in the jungle. There's many paths, and I don't want them to slip by.
If we spot any scouts, we'll need to take them out fast before they can warn their companions.
If we split up, we should be able to find their scouts, if you're up for it.
I am. Let's find them.
I'm going to take up a position to the east. You go west. I'll make sure none of them get past me.
So just the opposite way to him, right? Because that's where I'm going to go.
What happened to Lon?
He got swarmed by those little beasts. I think they're called Canox.
I hope this mission is worth it to the Colonel. If not... Wait, did you hear that?
That's her! Get her!
Ah, so they're after me. Okay. Something else that I forgot that I find hilarious is that they didn't give pronunciation guides for the unfamiliar and new words to all of the voice actors. So you could hear it with Kelborn before. He said Canox, where everyone else says Canox. And I just remember the same thing in Oblivion happening all the time. All these different names, and some of them major names, and all the voice actors pronounce them inconsistently because they didn't have pronunciation guides. What? Would that have been so hard to produce? Ooh, a skeletal corpse. A skeletal corpse that has useful shit on it. A less than skeletal corpse.
Set the staging camp up here. This jungle just never ends.
Lieutenant, 2 of our scout patrols haven't reported back.
2 more? Nothing is worth this.
More beasts!
Everyone, attack!
Oh, I'm just gonna stand here and let this happen. You know, at least one of these problems is gonna solve itself. Oh look, I gotta level up something I didn't do. Alright, so the beast's lost. That's a shame. How's my... Oh, I got one of them! Okay, my force powers are getting stronger.
Focus.
Well, I mean, Tilotig, if I don't do the killing, technically I'm in the clear, right? In terms of morality. That's how that works in this game, right? And I mean, so long as I say nice things first, it also doesn't count as murder. Alright, where are we going? It's through here. I can see a beast. This game has a love affair with the word beast. It just throws beast around every which way. Not animal, or alien, or monster. Beast.
Fallen.
Let's take care of this.
Fallen.
Any of you Canucks got a phase pulse converter in your guts? Sure do need that phase pulse converter. Come on. Oh, what about you? It's got part of it? Okay. So we gotta kill a bunch of Canucks then. Oh, we found this cache. Okay. Creature. No creature, only beast. Alright, well, we've got a permacrete detonator. Alright, yeah, it's already been set up. Ashmelon says Beast is one of the best X-Men. Is Beast the blue guy? The scientist? Can you tell that I don't read X-Men? I haven't really seen the movies either. You see a permacrete detonator, it's used to set off permacrete charges that are linked to it. Alright.
I don't like the sound of that. I think you've just stirred up a mine-out nest.
Really? They look like bombers to me. I love that the beasts in the background are just standing nicely waiting their turn. Dear God. The visuals. Any of these Canucks got phase pulse converter in their guts? That would be convenient. Nope. Just a computer spike. So the character that I think I half mentioned this before and never fully explained it, but the character that I'm playing, the sort of idea behind her character is that she grew to sort of hate the whole Jedi thing due to her experiences in the Mandalorian Wars, and as a result she chooses to prioritize her skills over any force powers, and anytime I can make a dialogue choice that she's not a Jedi, I go with those choices as well. Yeah, let's go with the improved revitalize. My party hasn't been dying too much, but gotta make your Jedi healers. Just trying to think. Might be a couple places where having security is advantageous for Mira a bit later on. What was that I was just saying about making sure your Jedi are healers? Yeah. Oh, but she doesn't have Revitalize. I better give her that one first before I start upgrading her heal. Krea's just sitting there being immutably grey, despite evidence to a particular other direction. If you wonder why I have so many saves and you haven't seen me play this before, it's because when I was doing the setup for this, setting this up to stream was a huge pain in the ass. It doesn't stream very well at all. It is 15 years old, so I suppose that's not entirely unexpected. But
Let's move out.
But while I was doing that, I read so many horror stories of just little things, but big enough to sort of break your save, introduced by the restored content mods and stuff like that. So
Let's move out.
you know, I'm just acting out of paranoia, really. I feel like for a game that's 40 to 50 hours long, acting out of paranoia with regards to your saves is not an entirely insane option. Sphinx says that's kind of a bummer. If you mean the restore content mod being kind of weird with saves, it hasn't happened to me so far, so hopefully it's not actually an issue and is actually the fact that people are like, oh, your mod doesn't work, and then the mod creator's like, now you know you can't use any other mods with this, right? And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. Actually, they don't. They're like, oh, fuck you. But, yes. It is kind of irritating that it's hard to stream, though, if that's what you were referring to. Alright, we got all those mines now. Mines can be turned into chemicals to make med packs, and there's a bit later on in the game when it's useful to have a couple as well. I want those boxes. I want them. What you do? Activate. Oh. Examine. Hasn't been used in some time. Can't find any way to activate it. Well, I guess we'll leave it alone. I really want those items, though. What if I rig it to explode? Proceed. Oh, they all woke up. Whoops.
At last, is it action?
No, not attack. Only force.
This shall not stop us for long.
So much fun. Awesome. Thanks, Kreia. We have finished fighting, but thank you. Just annoying technical stuff in general. Yeah, I mean, it's part of streaming, right? I stream mostly things that are very easy to stream, so can't complain from my end. What do you mean impossible? Fuck you! Impossible my butt. Minor frag mine. What do you mean it's still locked? I blew it open with a mine. Fuck you. There's probably a reason for that. I was probably meant to do that in a less violent manner. Also impossible. Rude. Dark Jedi Knight robe. Honestly, it's what I deserve. I'm pretty sure that Mandalorian guy told me not to steal the shit in here, right? He was like, this belongs to the Mandalorians. Oh well. Does another character have better security? It's irrelevant because if it says impossible, that means there's some other like hard-coded thing stopping it from being unlocked. Otherwise it would just say failed or something like that. I don't remember the exact phrase that it uses, but it wouldn't say impossible. So because Kreia is a grey Jedi, oh, she gets this one though. Definitely throw lightsaber is useful. Because Kreia is a grey Jedi, I can teach her dark side powers as well. I could teach my character dark side powers, but in this game, if you have light side alignment and you try and use dark side powers, it depletes your force powers really, really fast. So it's not really worth it. Plus, if you're, you know, role-playing as a light side character, you probably shouldn't be using force lightning. Just how I feel about the whole role-playing issue. I can hear a beast. Is the beast actually there? Just part of the general background noise. Oh, there it is. Hi, friend. You are planning to help me out, guys? This guy's just standing here with his feet stuck in the ground. It's fine. Any of you boys got a phase pulse converter in your tummy? Nope. Fuck. Hello, ground feet.
I found more of their scouts, but they started shooting as soon as they saw me. I heard blaster rifle fire coming from deeper in the jungle. You find anything?
I also came across 2 groups of scouts. They weren't in the mood to talk either.
Surprised they wouldn't talk to you. I thought their grudge was only with Mandalorian.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure it's with me.
Useful from them?
They mentioned something about a colonel. There also seems to be more of them.
Colonel, huh? Could be Colonel Tobin. Tobin is General Vaklu's personal cat hound. If he's on your trail, you might want to steer clear of Onderon.
Well, Tobin is the one who opened fire on our ship and forced us to land here.
I'm not surprised. He was probably acting on orders from Vaklu. If so, you've made some dangerous enemies.
Who is General Vaklu?
General Vaklu is the cousin of Queen Talia. He's also in charge of the Onderon military. He led the Onderon resistance when we occupied their world during the Mandalorian Wars. He was a worthy foe. Maybe more than a match for you. Mandalore needs to know about the scouts. I'll let him know your role in dealing with them.
Well, don't let me keep you here then.
One last thing about the battle circle. Your actions have proven you worthy of facing our best in the circle. Perhaps we can face each other there. See you at camp.
Cool. That was 2 birds with 1 stone. And we did that bunker at the same time. All in all, a productive journey. Let's do the other half of the jungle. Did I do that bit up there? Yes, that's where I came from. Okay, cool. Homeboy wants to fight. But it's like a nice want to fight, right? He's like, man, you're pretty cool. I'd fight you. Wanting to fight is like saying that he's got your back in Mandalorian, right? It means he respects you, he likes you.
At last, some action.
Sphinx, I'll be honest, I don't even know what resolution I do stream at.
That's another one from me. Let us end this.
Oh, remains. Alright, that's another piece. I think there's 3. Well, there's still more. 1680 by 1050, 60 FPS. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think that's my monitor.
A moment. That beast there. Do you see it? The force flows even through these simple creatures. If you empty your mind, you may be able to feel its thoughts. They aren't fully formed. Basic instincts, primal urges, every breath dominated by the needs of the moment.
I feel it.
Good. Beasts can be easier to affect than other sentients, but you must bridge the gap between what distinguishes us and them. You feel its thoughts? Yes. Like a low rumble before the storm. Use the force to create a barrier around it, carefully and slowly.
This shouldn't be difficult. Just have a quick little pass out there. Look at these little teats.
You came close, and you have the potential. With practice, you can make any animal passive and pliable. But the cage around their perceptions is a fragile thing. Many things can break its hold. Violence, especially.
Well, I am especially violent. Thank you. I never knew about that.
You may thank me by using what you have learned. Let us go.
Sweet. And maximum force points increase. Now, she did just teach me a way to do this non-violently, but once again, there's no gameplay benefit to doing this non-violently. You don't get experience for calming them down. Sweet. Is that a corpse? Oh, it's something I already killed. Alright. Whoa, Kreia, please. Please, Kreia, please. Have mercy. We stopped fighting. I don't need you to use all your force powers on me. Yes, Sphinx, I have a pretty powerful computer, so I just figured I'll just use the default settings and it will probably be fine. For years I didn't have a desktop because, well, I was in Japan doing my masters. It wasn't practical. And, I got myself a desktop for my birthday last year. Whoa, thanks, Kreia. And, yeah, it was a pretty decent desktop. So, it's pretty good. It doesn't have the best graphics card that money can buy, but I'm not streaming current generation games for the most part. I'm not even playing current generation games for the most part, much less streaming. So, it's fine. The thing I like best about it, I mean, apart from the fact that it's awesome, is that it has a tempered glass panel on the side so I can see into it. I've always, I grew up in the 90s, right? So I found that, that kind of cyber chic, cyberpunk, that kind of stuff to be, I've always thought that was really cool. So it's nice to be able to see the circuits and all the glowy lights and everything. Yep, I'm a dork. D-O-R-K, dork.
You there, I am in need of your assistance.
Are you Kumis? Zarga thought you were dead.
I'm Kumis, and Zargo is not wrong in thinking me dead. We assume that any Mandalorian who does not report back within a day has been taken by the jungle. I still live. I am just in a difficult situation.
Well, look, mate. Honestly, he gave you 3 days. So, he believed in you a little more than 1 day. So feel proud of yourself for that. Tell me what you're doing up there.
A patrol was sent to look for weapon caches in this region. They found 3 sites that looked promising. Zarga told me to prove myself by taking explosives to those sites and uncovering the caches, if they exist.
So what happened?
This was the first site. After easily dispatching some Maras, I removed my pack and began to plant my charges along this ridge. When I finished setting the charges, I looked down to see Canucks swarming all over my pack. The pests were eating everything. I killed the Canucks, but then a herd of Bomas arrived. I had no more ammo. The extra energy cells I had brought had been in my pack, so I've been up here, weaponless for 2 days.
You ran out of ammo. Isn't that against the Mandalorian code?
Blaster rifles don't use much energy, and their energy cells last a long time. How often have you had to change ammo?
I'm not going to make fun of him. I won't. How can I help?
You must have cleared a path to the beast coming here. If you take care of the Boma beast, I can make it to safety.
I could give you an extra ammo clip as well.
My blaster rifle's been useless ever since I used it to bash in a Canuck's skull.
Well, I guess I'll go drive off the Bomas then.
Your actions are worthy of a Mandalorian. Return here when you have slain the beast and I will be able to return to camp.
I've told you before, Tilotic, if you want to see me pick the really hilarious dialogue options, you'll have to wait for when I do the dark side run, whenever that happens to be. And it might not be until this time next year, given I can only stream like 8 hours a week, or however many hours it is that I stream for. Hello, Bomas. Goodbye, Bomas. And hello, Infinity! Thanks for coming to check out the stream tonight, and thank you for your kind... Oh, there's another Boma. Thank you for your kind words about my notification message. I thought that was pretty good. It was silly, but that's fine. We gotta have a little silly in our lives. Alright. Hello, Kumis.
I'm grateful for your help, stranger. I'm returning to the Mandalorian camp now. I won't forget this. I have only one request. Please, don't mention this incident to anyone.
Alright, you make up a good life for yourself, mate. Sphinx, I don't have chatty. Is it good? What I said, for anyone who didn't see my notification, my go live notification, was, let me see if I can remember the phrasing. It was, that's no, oh no, no wait, that totally is a moon, my mistake. Because Duxon is a moon of Onderon, you see? Yep.
Like that? Let's see what you got.
It's good for mod stuff? Okay.
That's a no for me.
God. I feel bad about having this speed effect on because it must make the stream look like absolute arse. But I'm pretty sure I have links enabled, Sphinx.
Fallen. Fallen.
The nice thing about having a really small stream is that you don't have to worry about, oh, I've got a Zark egg. That must be a Zark egg, right? It looks a bit like Cooper, right? King Cooper? Yeah! Okay. Come on.
Fallen.
I want death to come swiftly to my enemies. Swiftly! There we go. That's gotta be all the pieces, right? Found the last piece of the phase pulse converter. Good shit. But yeah, what I was saying was that it's really nice with the small stream. You don't have to worry about anything. to do with moderation tools, or you don't really need a bot. I have thought about getting a bot just to remind me to stretch and hydrate, because I'm really bad at remembering that for longer streams. But, you know, more a nice to have than a need to have. Whereas, yeah, some of those bigger streams, man, like Sphinx, could you imagine modding for Vinny without having Nightbot to help you? My God. You'd just spend your entire time banning people for bullshit. All right. Hi,
The
Davril.
Zack egg is just up ahead. Together we have a chance of defeating it.
Do you have a plan?
We go into the clearing and attack it. Either it dies or we do. Beasts of the jungle are fierce and powerful. Straightforward plans work the best.
Fair enough. What do you know about Zack eggs?
They're heavily armored. They aren't particularly agile, but if they connect, it can be deadly. But a skilled patrol of warriors can kill the beasts.
All right, let's attack it now.
Then we fight.
I don't want him to die, so I figure I should probably take point. You know what I also should do is stick a shield on myself, because I'm pretty sure these things kind of kick a bit of ass. There we go.
Let us end this.
Jesus Christ. I was about to complain about all those misses, but then I saw that my hits, when I'm actually landing them, are really good.
I must thank you for your help. You killed the Zack egg. I will leave the spoils of battle to you. I'm going back to camp and will tell them of our deed here.
Sweet. Just a dead Boma. Some good skeletons. Oh, we got some lightsaber crystals. That's good stuff. Mandalorian combat suit. Bit of money. An ear. Just what I always and ever wanted. A beast ear. How often should I stretch and hydrate? Oh, probably hydrate every 30 minutes. Probably stretch about the same. Should. Probably not going to, but should. Now, I feel like I didn't go down this little path, right? Anything for killing down here? Every kill equals more experience. Water myself. It's not like being an athlete. You don't just pour a bottle of water over your head. Hello, mate.
If you head out into the jungle, stay alert. Our patrols keep the area clear of the more dangerous beasts, but a lot of the smaller ones still infest the paths.
I guess I probably should have asked this first, right? He probably would have given me some lore about the beasts. Right now, I can't be fucked talking to him. I'll be careful. Sweet. So is that like all the quests done? Recovered an ear. Got the phase pulse converter bits. Saved Kumis. And we got that battle circle happening. Cool.
Davril has already told me of your battle with the Zack egg. You robbed my men of a worthy test, but you have gained some honor for yourself in the process. You'd make a formidable Mandalorian.
I'm not sure I necessarily view that as a compliment, but thank you.
Jungle is taking over everything. Any progress with the repairs or the phase pulse converter?
Both the cables and the telemetry computer are working now.
That's the best thing I've heard in weeks. I'll be sure to tell Mandalore about your help. Look, I have some extra parts and computer spikes. Take them. You can probably make better use of them than I can.
Look, mate, based on the fact that I fixed your shit with just one part and one computer spike, I guarantee you that I can make better use of it than you can.
Any progress with the repairs or the phase pulse converter?
I also have all 3 parts of the phase pulse converter.
You do? Let me see. I don't know how, but these pieces look in good enough shape to repair. I'll have the telemetry computer repaired in no time.
Could you mention this to Mandalore?
I'll be sure to tell Mandalore how much help you've been. I know you didn't ask, but here's a reward anyway. Mandalorians are expected to do anything they can to help, but you're a stranger, and you didn't have to help us.
I kind of did, but anyway. I'm going to take your reward anyway. Components, lame.
Damn it. Jumbo's taking over everything.
How you doing, Kumis?
I was able to make it back to camp without encountering any other beasts. You have my gratitude.
You're lucky I was in the area.
That's true. I was indeed fortunate that you came along when you did. Please, don't tell anyone what happened. If the others were to know, I would be disgraced.
It's alright. I won't tell.
You found Kumis, and alive, no less. I suppose I should offer my gratitude. He's got a mind like a stunned Minoc, but he's got courage. He was evasive when I asked him what happened, however. Trying to survive in the jungle must have taken its toll.
I'm glad I was able to return him safely.
We'll see if Kumis will prove warrior enough to be worth all this trouble.
You know, he's probably going to go on to kill innocents at some point. I'm not sure if ultimately what I did was a good decision. Well, Sphinx, that repair guy did say, like, he knew that the phase pulse converter was eaten by Canix, so I can see how he'd be surprised. Hello, mate.
Kelborn says you are worthy enough to face champions. You may fight in the battle circle again.
I want to fight.
You have enough honor to face a champion of a previous day. Kelborn, what are your terms?
Swords only. No items or the Jedi's force. And no sword of the Jedi's choosing. Just a simple long blade.
Kelborn chooses to fight with the blade. You may fight with fist, foot, and the blade provided. No using the force or any other item.
Right. Now, he might kick my ass. Let's find out. Yeah, I think he's going to be kicking my ass. Don't worry, though. There's a way to cheese this. I am going to check what I'm like without the sword, though. Because Jedi get a bonus to hand. Like that. Good animations. Excellent animations. There you go.
The match between Jedi and Kelborn is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. I underestimated you.
Yeah, fuck you, mate.
A difficult admission for a Mandalorian. If you fight in the circle again this day,
they're just
you will
fighting.
face the bravest and strongest of us.
Guys,
Braylor.
I'm standing right here. Quickie fight. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know. No innuendo there. Alright. Where's Kelborn gone? Where'd he go? There he is. Hello, friend.
I see now why we couldn't win against you during the war. Even fighting at a great disadvantage, you still fight as brutally as a Rancor. We won't fight again. I am curious if you could even defeat Braylor. Now that would be a fight to see. So what are you here for?
The Mandalorians really don't hate the Jedi for losing to them during the war.
We're taught not to. Mandalorians want to be tested to the limits of our abilities and beyond. We admire anyone who beats us on the battlefield. Instead of hate, we study, practice, and train until the next time, so we won't be beaten. But some young Mandalorians find this a hard lesson. Any veteran of the Mandalorian Wars respects Jedi like you.
Not a Jedi.
Your actions on Duxon validate this. But we aren't a simple people.
I'll be going now. Alright, this last fight is actually kind of tough, and I might lose it a couple times, so just be prepared for that.
Here to watch a fight or to participate?
I wish to fight.
We eagerly look forward to this fight. Braylor, you are our champion. How would you fight the Jedi?
No terms today, Sergeant. I would fight the Jedi with all of her arsenal.
Braylor will fight you as you are. Still no killing and no leaving the battle circle. But you may use whatever else you want.
Oh, I am going to. Let's, first of all, remind myself of which of the stims I have to use. Where are we? Is it like medical? Oh, usable. There it is. So stamina is plus constitution. Strength is plus strength. This one ups my, like, everything. That's a big constitution plus. Big strength. Battle stimulant. And hyper battle stimulant. You know what? I think I might just use one of everything. Hyper battle stimulant. Hyper stamina. To start. We'll use... Oh god, I've gone the wrong way. I went the wrong way with my force powers. It's alright. Jesus, fuck off, dude. There we go. That's the good shit.
The match between Jedi and Braylor is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. You have defeated the most worthy of us. You walk away the champion of the battle circle this day. We will not forget your deeds or the honor you have earned this day.
There's your quickie, Sphinx. I don't know that it necessarily came out the way I intended it to, but it's fine. It's not like it's permanently recorded on the internet or anything like that.
And so, I lose again. I still have much to learn. The last Jedi I fought was in a ship-to-ship battle on Malachor 5.
Oh, really?
I lost, but was spared. Before the Mandalorian Wars, we looked at Jedi as weak. Their code restricted their full potential. The Jedi were limited by a narrow sense of morality that couldn't survive a real war. But our view was the narrow one. I see that clearly now. I sense we both learned something today.
It's true. I learned how to make myself so powerful that a difficult fight can be over in seconds. I feel educated. Let me just see if I can upgrade my lightsaber parts anymore before I... What have I got in my lightsaber so far? We've got the improved beam gen lens, deflection emitter, and the superior diadium energy cell. I'm definitely going to forget every single part of that. But let's create lightsaber. So I had this one, I remember that. Damage bonus 4, damage bonus 5. Alright, so we can up that if we want to. I'm going to need to break some things down if I want to do that. This gives me an electrical bonus, which is useful in some circumstances. Got the deflection emitter. We can do a better one of those. Disrupting emitters, which have a chance of stunning, which is pretty good. And phobium also. So this one is an up to defense and an up to damage, but at the expense of blast bolt deflections. So I suppose it really comes down to, do I want to deflect blast bolts, or do I want to do other shit? I think we might stick with the blaster bolts. Oh, you know what? Let's break down some shit first. All right. Yeah, I'm never going to use that item, so go ahead and break both of those down. What else have we got? What else have we got? That's a decent amount of items of components, but that I'm also probably never going to use. These are all like small components. Tilotic says winners do use drugs. I disagree with that, but in this particular case, it's medicine, right? It's medicine. It's not drugs, it's medicine. Yep, never going to use this. Cool. Anything else? Once again, never going to use that. Alright. And now we can make the shit we need. Go ahead and make a better energy cell. A better deflection emitter. And we had the improved beam gem lens, wherever that was. Here it is. So that was keen, which helps for hit and a damage bonus. What else have we got available to us? That can have another damage bonus. I feel like what I have at the moment is probably the best one available to me. Alright, and then for armor, for underlays only, we can do a fire restorative. We can do a armor weave underlay. We can do a strength underlay. That's pretty good. Keen is a better critical chance. Sweet, thank you. I'll make a couple of these underlays. I'm not entirely sure. Underlay. I'm not entirely sure which one would be a good one. See, that's a -2 to dexterity, which is not entirely what I want. This is pretty good though. A +2 to both constitution and strength. That's really good, in fact. And this one is a big bonus against energy. Also good. Okay. Upgrade time. Let's upgrade my lightsaber first. Oh yeah, we didn't make a new one of that. Okay. And better energy cell. I don't have any new crystals yet, which is kind of a sad thing. I want more crystals for my lightsaber. It's alright. We get to steal from a museum later on. Dumb. Okay, so I was using the armor weave underlay, but I think I want the strengthening. That's some good shit. So we'll keep that. We'll assemble that. Kreia has this on her, so I might as well give her something useful. Yeah, she can regenerate. I probably should have made another one of those, but that's alright. This is Kreia's sword. I don't even know what I have here. She can just have whatever. I don't care that much. Yeah, some slashing damage. Cool. And this is Mira's gun. That's good. I don't care too much about the upgrades in this. The game on regular difficulty is not difficult enough that you have to worry too much about optimizing your build. So I won't. Now, did I deal with all the quests? Oh yeah, who was asking about that cache? Who was asking about that? I don't even remember. Was it Mandalore? It was Mandalore, right? Yes, it was Mandalore. Okay. Mandalore. I did all the shit you asked for.
You defeated Braylor in the battle circle. Either you're very lucky,
you're a lot tougher than you look. Kelborn said you dispatched some covert military scouts in the jungle with him. He spoke highly of your work. Zuka told me you helped out with some repairs around the base. I was hoping you'd prove yourself more with a lightsaber, but it's certainly a great help.
Dude, I did that
The
too.
gate guard said you managed to kill a Zakeg. Those are tough beasts, Jedi. You've earned some respect around here. Zarga told me that you returned one of our sheep to the herd. You have gained some small prestige by helping Kumas. How many Kanaks did you have to kill to find those parts for Zuka?
Far too
That was
many.
a tremendous help. I won't forget it. You've made quite a reputation around here. You did better than I thought you could. I was planning on heading to Isis tomorrow, but I'll move up the timetable and take you now. You won't be able to get to the Ebon Hawk from the city. If you need to grab anything from your ship, I'd do it now.
Look, I also set off that permacrete detonator in the jungle.
I know, it made quite a racket. Good work.
After I set off the explosive, I had to fight through a pack of bombers.
That's to be expected. They don't really like it when someone makes loud noise in their territory.
You knew that would happen.
It wouldn't be much of a test if all you had to do was take a hike through the jungle, now would it? You're alive, in one piece, and learn something about the beasts of the jungle.
Chat, do you see what I got? Do you see what I got, chat? Do you see? Do you see it? Items received. Double-bladed lightsaber. Yes. Visus gets that one.
Are you ready to go to Isis yet?
Have you learned anything new about the scouts from the third ship?
Kelborn told me that they were covert military and probably aligned with Colonel Tobin from Isis. Kelborn doesn't think they'll send out any more scouts, but that doesn't mean there aren't more of them out there.
What do you know about this Colonel Tobin?
Colonel Tobin is General Vaklu's right-hand man. Despite his martial skill, he handles himself as a functionary more than a warrior. Back when we were fighting Vaklu's resistance during the Mandalorian Wars, Vaklu wouldn't have any use for a poisonous Kinrath like Tobin. But Vaklu seems to have adapted well to peacetime.
Tilotik, no, no, no. If you're gonna do that, it has to be Darth Linnie or Darth Grey. But like I said, you gotta wait for the dark side playthrough. Can you tell me about Onderon?
When you were last here, you probably didn't even go to Onderon.
That's why I'm asking you
The
about it.
Republic knew that Onderon's fate would be decided on its jungle moon, not the planet itself. To begin with, when you talk about Onderon, you're really talking about the ancient walled city of Isis. It's the only inhabited settlement on the planet.
Is Onderon properly part of the Republic?
Onderon is a recent addition to the Republic, joining during one of the darker eras in Republic history. Since joining, the Republic has endured many wars and great battles. The people of Onderon don't possess the resolve and strength needed in these times. Many of them want to break away from the Republic. They want to go back to an earlier age when they could cower behind their walls. Their spinelessness made them easy to conquer.
Why do you travel to Isis?
We're not self-sufficient here. We need supplies. Isis is the only place to go for them in this system. Not much choice.
Well, I guess
which is
that's fair enough.
Because their animosity towards Mandalorians makes it inconvenient to go there.
You could take your armor off. Who's in charge of Onderon?
It depends on who you ask. Queen Talia rules from the royal palace, but her cousin, General Vaklu, has a great deal of power in Isis as well. They disagree about many things, just like their citizens. We fought General Vaklu during the war, and he is a worthy adversary. Queen Talia is young and hardly a match for him.
Alright, well that's really all I wanted to know about Onderon. Let's get down there.
I don't blame
Or
you.
up there.
They're sad people. I have some things to look into. I'll talk to you later.
No, dude, we gotta go now.
Are you ready to go to Isis yet?
Oh yeah, actually, I probably should save before I go. Sweet.
Are you ready to go to Isis yet?
Yes. Let's go.
I'm going to talk with Zuka and have him start a shuttle flight check. After that, we'll head out. How are the port stabilizers?
They check out Mandalore. All systems are green.
Good. I want the shuttle bound for Onderon within the hour. What do you want?
Is all in readiness?
It is. Like I promised. Why? You
You want to back out now?
My only concerns are for the one you escort to Onderon, Mandalorian. Would you do any less for one of your clan?
Don't pretend to understand us. We Mandalorians are a breed apart.
If by apart you mean scattered, broken, and lost, then yes, you are correct.
Not for long.
Kreia being
Soon
her
the
charming
Mandalorians
self.
will be strong again, united as one clan under one banner. Mine.
Ah, yes, the Great Crusade. After the first one was ended by Revan and the Jedi. Such a defeat was merciful, an echo of the end, when your ships were in flames, crushed in the grip of Malachor V. But I do not need to remind you of such things.
I was at Malachor V, and I remember how many Jedi died to stop us there. And no matter how many dead orbit that planet, the Mandalorians still live. Clan Ordo still lives. See Kex there? He was serving on Nar Shaddai's muscle for the Hutts. Kelborn was a scout for the Duros on frontier worlds. I brought them here, gave them a purpose. This galaxy will be ours again, I promise you. That is the future.
Indeed. The future is always in motion. It is a difficult thing to see. Perhaps there will be no New Age Mandalore, no great Mandalorian crusade. Perhaps your people fought their last battle at Malachor V, and you have been dying ever since, a quiet death that will last centuries. And perhaps all that remains will be what I see before me. A man wounded by a Jedi, encased in a Mandalorian shell, hunted by the thought of being the last of the Mandalorians.
You've got some guts talking to me like that. You think your age or your Jedi whelp are going to keep you safe from me?
No, Mandalore, you are wrong. I hope that it is you who will keep the one I travel with safe. You are loyal, and you have served many masters, even when they abandoned you. Do you wonder where he wanders now, Mandalore? Why he gave you your orders, then abandoned you at the edge of the galaxy?
How do you know that?
I know many things, and I can answer the question that burns within your shell, Mandalore. But there is a price. You must keep the one I travel with safe. She is important to me, more important than anything. Show the same loyalty you have shown in the past, Mandalore. If there is a Mandalorian crusade, let it be for something that will carry your people's memory into the future. So when the time comes when there are no more Mandalorians, then at least their honor will remain. The one I travel with has walked your same path, and I ask that when the end comes, that you remember that kinship, even if it seems there is nothing else left.
Kreia mic drop.
Jedi. Keep your eyes on her.
1, 2, 3.
What the fuck was
Mandalorians,
that?
we've got company. Stealth targets have breached our perimeter.
They're like, oh shit.
Wait a moment. I sense there is a disturbance in the camp. Our enemy has tracked us here. I did not expect them so soon. How did they get here, I wonder? Regardless, we must eliminate them all.
I wonder how they got here.
Our whereabouts must remain a secret. Let us join the battle. Our allies will need our help.
How on earth could they have gotten to this planet so quickly? How strange. Yeah, I'm good with my current party, thank you. Dude, I wanna use force big punch. I want all my Mandalorian friends to live, so, you know, gotta be careful. There we go. They're about equal. Kreia's on the case with her dark side force powers. Good stuff. God these guys, look how many of them are dogpiling on this poor man who has already been disabled by Krea's force powers, and yet it's still taking them that long to murder him. Oh my god, there's still another one? Come on. Accept the death that I have come to deliver you. Alright, I think we got out of that without any dead Mandalorians. That was a close run thing though. Explosive rocket, sweet.
You didn't think you were the only ones with stealth generators, did you?
Over here! There are more of them!
For Mandalore!
Oh man, he's not going to do too well. No, do not kill. Is it like a named person? Yeah, it's Davril! Jesus! I babysat him through killing a Zarkeg. Do not kill him, please. Krea, could you use your better force powers maybe to fix this situation? Yeah, like that. Oh, Jesus, there's so many more of them now. Christ. Well, she's doing what I asked. Dead, good. What else we got? Probably this one, right? Because he is not disabled and he is fighting. Alright, good. Two down. Good. And you. And you. Excellent. Is there anyone behind us? Nope. Alright. Yeah, let's go this center section. Good. And now over here. Yeah, they're too far away. Fuck them. Good. Oh, we lost a couple of the recruits by the looks of it. Is that Davril still alive?
Seems trouble follows you on a regular basis. I think it's best for both of us if we head to Isis immediately. Grab your gear. My men will take care of cleaning up the mess.
Oh, but I was enjoying cleaning up the mess. Now, Mandalore's coming with me to Isis, which means I get one slot. Tilotig, I'm not taking HK with me. I think we'll go with Krea. She's bound to have the most interesting dialogue in this situation. Okay, so you can't see the movies, but we are in the shuttle lifting up out of the foggy jungle, slowly gaining speed as we rise above the mountain ridges and into the higher atmosphere above the clouds. Now we're in space, flying away from the jungle moon and towards the equally jungly planet of Onderon and its giant walled city of Isis. The skies are blue with just a little bit of white cloud. It's very beautiful. Not exactly a high-rise city, but it looks clean and well kept. And we found a little hangar to sit in. We can see some anti-air turrets above the hangar as well.
Vaklu's saying that the Republic ship attacked first? That's madness!
Unfortunately, lie or not, it's a madness people will believe.
The timing of this is atrocious. A space battle above our skies, so many of our fighters lost?
Curiously, only Tobin's men were involved in that battle.
That shooter!
Strong words, Your Majesty. But there is no good time for news like this. I recommend we continue with our plan.
But won't that bring even more followers to Vaklu's side? Increasing his power?
For a time, perhaps. But we both know he's not the true threat. It's his unseen support from the shadows that we must drag out into the light. Then, and only then, can we strike.
I fear by then it will be too late.
Here we are, the city of Isis. It's been shut down tight for months now. General Vaklu is close to declaring martial law. We won't be able to travel too far in the city. Fortunately, I have a friend in this quarter of the city. He's a doctor by the name of Dagon Gent. His office is on the other side of the market square.
This is
It might
anti-air
be
turrets.
best if you do the talking around here. The Onderonians have a mixed view of Mandalorians after we conquered their world.
Sweet. So, Skenzo, don't point out the logic in my or the inconsistencies in my behavior. How dare you? Yeah, we're gonna go up with the Constitution so we can equip some better packs onto myself. Good stuff. The reason you guys can't see the videos if you're watching one of my KOTOR streams for the first time is because how do I put this? 15-year-old games weren't necessarily designed to be captured. So it plays it using something that OBS isn't very good at capturing. And thus, I kind of have to just deal with it. I still haven't really committed to using a single-bladed lightsaber. I'm like, you know, if I found a short lightsaber, I'd be good with getting a second weapon. Just keep not committing. Just keep not committing. I could do conditioning. I could do the second toughness. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can save up feats. You have to pick them before you go on. So that's a shame. I really should make a decision about whether I want to do one or two-bladed fighting though, right? Sometimes you just don't find short lightsabers in the playthrough though. I don't know. I don't know. What level is this? This is level 20. So I've got 10 more levels. I don't know that I'll necessarily get all 10, but you know, I can fully kit out 3 more skill trees. This is just a +3. This one is a... I'll do conditioning for the time being. I will. But I could... Damage resistance? Damage resistance, yeah, it's fine, it's good, it's fine. It's good, it's fine. I'm not indecisive. Alright, what else have we got? It's the problem that I don't really use my force powers with this character. Once I've got all the healings, I'm like, well, that's me done. I'm good. Battle meditation helps your party members, right? Yeah, that's probably useful, hey. And it suits my character, so I can have that. And now I have to, like, sit through and, like, level up a bunch of shit for Mandalore. So that's nice. Alright, Mandalore, is there any like useful skills or maybe increased vitality points, or I don't know, what's useful for you? Advanced training using teamwork to defeat enemies. I feel like that suits his character, right? Or he's always going to be using guns, so I could give him precise shot. Yeah, you can have precise shot. Let's do that. Alright. I hope everyone's having a good night, enjoying the stream. I'm enjoying this stream. We've had some action, we've had some talking. I've enjoyed chatting with you all. Thank you for coming and for participating in the chat or just for hanging out. What's up that Constitution, Mandalore? Thanks, Sphinx. Did I have a good day today? Oh god, my day today. I had a lot of meetings at work and I was absolutely exhausted by the end of the day. But I came home and I had some food and now I'm streaming and everything is good again. I was disappointed with my food a little bit because I've been doing meal prep. I get this this healthy, it's a magazine called Healthy Food Guide and it's got lots of healthy recipes in it. But the problem was I was just buying it and not in fact cooking anything out of it. So I said, right, I have to start cooking things out of this magazine that I'm paying money for every month. So I've been doing that, but I'm not a very experienced cook. So I've been making some rookie mistakes and not just rookie mistakes as well, but sometimes you don't really know how well a recipe is going to keep for meal prep purposes as you might think, or you just have no idea anyway. So there's been some trial and error. I made a gnocchi dish a couple days ago that's really tasty, but it doesn't refrigerate well. The gnocchi get hard, and I'm like, damn it, because I love gnocchi, but oh well. Now I know. I made this really good cauliflower and tofu stir fry. Oh god, that was about the most Australian vowel I have ever said. I think I put about 3 vowels into that tofu. Tofu. The most Australian. Hang on, no, I didn't want that. I wanted I want him to have like Constitution forever. It's better. Mandalore should be tough for sure. Yeah, gnocchi is definitely one of my favorite pastas. I'm not sure if it is like pasta because it's got like other stuff in it, right? Like you put a root vegetable in there, like potato or pumpkin or something. But it's like pasta, so I'm going to keep calling it that. I could get that one. Let's do that. We still going, Mandalore? Jesus. Phew boy. I'm pretty sure there's just one more character that I'm going to have to do this for. There's a character still on Dantooine that I haven't met up with yet. And I'm probably going to be level 25 by the time I get to him. So that's going to be a fun 5 minutes of just going through and upgrading all of his everything. But yeah, probably the most remarkable thing that happened today where I am is that it was cold. Cold for the first time, really. This summer? Autumn? It's autumn now where I am. Yeah, conditioning. Let's do that. That's what I wanted. 18 Constitution. And start working on strength and dexterity now for Mandalore. I really like the cold weather. I like wearing big soft clothes and scarves and stuff. It suits me. Looks good. And yes, I am happy that that weather has arrived. So, of course, I completely forgot to wear a jacket today when I walked out of the house. Just walked out wearing my work dress and froze to death all day. It was a good time. I actually get really nostalgic when it's cold because every time I've ever gone to Japan, it's been cold. So I have this sort of mental association of cold weather and sort of going to Japan and going on this like adventure part of my life. So it's really nice for me to walk out and it being crisp and nice. Oh, thank fucking God. Oh God, no, I have to put his equipment on, Jesus. Infinity, you were surprised by the change of temperature? Yeah, because it was like flipping hot just yesterday. Like it was, what was it, like 35 or something yesterday? And then today it was a max of 24. For any Americans watching, 35 is like 100 or slightly underneath it, and 24 is like, I've got no freaking idea, you'll have to look it up. I don't know, like 60, 70, probably closer to 60 than 70. I don't know. I don't know. What can we do here? 75, there you go. It was very pleasant. Yeah, it was really cold this morning, like 7 degrees. Again, sorry, if you're American, you're going to have to look that up. I've got no idea. Not a one idea. Got here. Well, I'm big on skills, so maybe if I equip that skills package. And then Mandalore can have whatever I had. Yeah, that's more Mandalore. Good stuff. 45, there you go. What do you mean Mandalore can't equip a double-bladed lightsaber? How rude. That's discrimination. Oh, that's going to be totally useless to him. Yeah, why not? What's his problem? He needs to have master power attack for that. Okay, well, I suppose I could work towards that. And it doesn't matter what I put on this guy because we don't get to see it on him. So I guess that will be really useful once I start fighting Jedi, but I'm not going to be fighting Jedi. Immunity to critical hits? Yeah, let's go immunity critical hits. He has to wear that armor, and we'll just go ahead and give him some shields. Good stuff. Now that I've gone through all that, you bet your butt I'm going to save. Is it still summer in Australia? Well, I mean, technically by the calendar, it is autumn now. But, ooh, things to steal. I love stealing. It's technically autumn or fall. But, in reality, Australia doesn't actually have 4 seasons. Even in the part that should technically have 4 seasons, we don't have 4 seasons. So it is still, it's like the change of seasons between.
It's been a while since you've docked here, eh? I suppose the lockdown has hurt your profits as well. Oh, it must be hard to shuttle people when nobody's allowed to leave. The blockade has been bad for everyone.
There's a lockdown?
Your manifest says it's been 2 months since you last came here. Oh, it's become much worse since your last trip. Military checkpoints are everywhere.
Military checkpoints? Are they looking for something?
Could be. Our space forces have been in full readiness ever since the space battle in orbit. Tensions are running high. All Republic vessels must be searched, and the delays are turning pilots grey before their time. And ever since the Republic fired on our space forces, things have been even slower. Bad days. And things are getting worse. I'd get out of the system quickly if I were you, friend. Well, doesn't look like you have any trade goods, so the inspection's just a formality. Here's your starport visa. Don't lose it. They're priceless right now.
Priceless? Why?
If you want to leave the planet, you need a starport visa. They're very hard to get. Many people want to get out of here before things get worse.
How is the situation here in Onderon?
There's strict food and water rationing, and General Vaclu's troops have been very thorough in finding Republic dissidents. Bombing's very common.
Can I go now?
Certainly. Mind what I said about the starport visa. I know one captain already who can't get back into the starport.
Sweet. Alright. I'm just reading what you've written, Sphinx, about Southern California. Yeah, that does sound pretty similar. Where I live, in Canberra, it gets quite cold. Like, we can have down to, and you're going to have to look this one up again, we can get down to -8-ish Celsius in the winter. I've heard our climate described...
I can't believe that the Republic assaulted our space forces. Forget about secession. We should declare war.
Oh, sure. Tiny city, declare war on entire Republic. Yes. We have a climate that's sometimes been described as subalpine desert. So it can be quite dry here. And it's quite cold as well, or it can be. But it also gets extremely frickin' hot. Oh, that's a good voice. That's a good sounding voice. It's all throat. Let's see. Look at this bloody dark side option. Amazing. Tell me, what do you have for sale? I do not have the voice today after all of my meetings to be doing voices, so you're going to have to read. My apologies. Okay, well, let's show me what you've got in stock. More bloody dark Jedi Knight robes. Like I said, it's probably what I deserve. Anything good going on here? Not really. Yeah, anything over 40 Celsius is just bloody awful. And we had a lot of that. I think we had 2 heat waves where it got over that this year. Nasty, nasty stuff. I had a little herb garden on my my apartment balcony. It just died. I couldn't keep it alive. It was too hot. Hello, Beast Rider.
Fair winds to you, Offworlder. Is it too much to hope that you are a Telosian merchant?
Why do you ask?
These beasts you see here are for delivery to Telos, but the Republic vessels that transport them have to wait for thorough and needlessly long searches. So the city is stacked with caged beasts waiting for their ships. We have stopped gathering beasts now, but they still feel the city. For Drexel and Ryder, the Ithorians brought wealth and prosperity. Our settlements prospered, but now...
Your beasts seem restless.
They have been kept in their cages for a long time, but yet at times I feel as if something else is affecting them, frightening them.
Beasts can be sensitive to the currents within cities and people. When such things are disturbed, the beasts may echo it.
Just
Perhaps
beasts
it is the
forever.
City itself. Isis has fallen upon dark times, and tensions run high in the streets.
Alright, well, I'll be going now.
Calm. Calm. What?
Run! The bomber is out of control!
I can probably fix this problem.
Let us
Oh
end
shit,
this.
Freya doesn't have a weapon. Whoops. Where'd you come from?
I don't know what to say. I had heard stories, but I assumed that they were fledgling riders, or simply tales that grow in the telling. Not since my first Drexel have I lost control of a beast. I apologize profusely. Here, I give you these credits for the danger I put you in.
What stories are you talking about?
The beasts grow more agitated by the day. The stories say that the smoldering fires of city politics cast a smoke they can smell and breathe. They revert to their primal instincts. As you've just seen, when they get that way, not even a skilled beast rider can control them. As soon as I leave here, I will talk with my family. There is much to be discussed.
Well, I'll be going now. I know, Sphinx. Look at these little babs. They scared. Shivering babs. Look at this one. He's cowering. Oh. Tame, yes. Poor little thing. I'm not going to talk to these concerned citizens. They can go fuck themselves. They just repeat the same dialogue.
Halt, off-worlder. You'll have to answer some questions before you go into the city.
All right.
What is your business on Isis?
I mean, could we skip the formalities? It looks like we're both in a bit of a rush.
Why not? I can see you have no crates or cargo, and your ship is obviously not affiliated with the Republic. You're free to go. Don't lose your starport visa, otherwise you won't be leaving for a long while.
Thank you. You've got to do the persuasion with the smooth voice. Alright. It's a talky section, fellas.
Let's hurry this up. I want him escorted out of here quickly.
This is outrageous. I'm not a spy. I'm a journalist for Isis Com.
You're a Republic spy, and your propaganda will be silenced. We are taking you back to our barracks for interrogation.
But, well, you can't be serious. You accuse me of propaganda? I have proof that Vaklu is withholding information on the so-called Republic.
One more word of treason out of you. What are you looking at? This is none of your business.
Please, ma'am, help me. Vaklu's troops won't listen. I'm just a journalist, not a spy.
Do you, have some sort of warrant?
A warrant? General Vaklu passed an edict giving the military broad authority to detain and question anyone suspected of treasonous activity. It was specifically meant for us to pick up spies like this before they could leave Isis or go underground.
Do you have proof of any sort?
That is classified military information.
So that's a no? How many other journalists are being rounded up today?
I don't have time to answer your barbed questions, off-worlder.
You're violating this man's rights. I'll make sure this story gets out.
Men, let him go. We'll be back with a court order. Then we'll take him to the barracks. And you should watch yourself. You don't want to be known for siding with people like him.
I don't know how to thank you. I'm getting out of Isis now. Eventually they'll come back for me. After that, I have a feeling no one will hear from me again. Thank you.
Camera centers on him, makes me stare at him for a second, and then allows me to move on. I'm just gonna see if he, like, phases out of existence once he goes through the gate. Yep. Alright, we've got lots of, people looking for starport visas. Let's hear their stories.
Please, Captain, help me. My children and I are desperate to get off of Onderon. Do you have an open starport visa?
What do you mean?
My husband was killed by General Vaklu's troops. Our home was seized, and we were cast out. We have seen many wars on Isis, and I know war is coming. I want to spare my children from bloodshed.
I sense you're not telling me something.
I've told you our story. Please, won't you help us?
If you expect me to help you out, tell me the truth.
My husband, he was part of the Isis Council. He was a strong supporter of the Queen and the Republic. His views weren't always popular. Over time, he became convinced that Vaklu was trying to kill Queen Talia. He tried to kill Vaklu, to protect the Queen. The conspiracy was discovered, and he was shot during the arrest. What he did was wrong, and our life has been so difficult since then. I just want to get off this planet and start a new life. Please, help us. No one else will.
I'll see what I can do. How about this bloke?
You have the look of someone used to adversity. A cut above the rabble around here. I have a business proposition for you. Everyone around here begs and pleads night and day for open starport visas. Very touching how well they act out their lies. Or truths. It doesn't matter, really. What does matter is credits. Hard currency. I offer you 2,000 credits if you find an open starport visa. You won't find a better deal.
And what will you do with it?
Does it matter? Truly matter? No.
Little bit, yeah.
I have no sad story. I just know people who will pay a great deal for an open starport visa. The credits are your share of my profits. The visas are very rare, but I have a feeling you may come across one.
You know what? I think I'll be going now. You know what the best thing is about the Kids Sphinx? There's exactly 2 child models in this entire game, and you're looking at both of them right now. So any other child that we ever see in this game is one of these 2 children as well. It was a good time to be alive in 2004. You got the highest quality of graphics. The best graphics. Oh, there's more cowering bubs. Poor Babs. Hello, person whose face was actually modeled individually. You must be a relevant character.
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe, Offworlder. How can I assist you?
Why are there so many beast cages around?
Ithorians have been buying them to help rebuild Telos. I don't know why, but ever since they started, the Beast Riders have been crawling out of the woodworks to sell them animals. But the Republic blockade has meant long delays, and because of that, beast cages are filling up the streets of Isis.
There's a lot of soldiers around as well.
These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some disagreements.
Could you tell me about the troubles?
I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Ask around, though. There are plenty of people who'd like nothing more than to talk about it.
What do you mean by that?
The politics of the day is probably the most talked about subject in the city, and everyone wants to share their particular view of what's going on. Opinions are like Gizka around here. They breed like mad.
How did you get in trouble?
Times are too complex for a simple soldier like myself. Sometimes I made the mistake of answering questions honestly. If you say anything bad about a superior officer, they call that disrespecting the rank. Do that too many times and it's not long before you're a civilian.
Alright, well, I guess I'll be going now.
Stay out of trouble.
Infinity says, gotta love a game with clone children. Wasn't clone children like a central plot point of the second prequel movie? The Clone Wars, right? Hello, man with a strange name, Gagoran.
Please tell me you're an off-worlder. You came from the spaceport, right?
Yes, I am.
But this is good news. You have a starport visa, right? I can only sell my best weapons if you have that. These soldiers ensure that I don't forget these formalities.
Watch it, Keg. The captain already has enough complaints about you.
No need to be alarmed, my foreign friend. Pay the soldier no heed. Pretend he isn't here.
Okay. Why can you only sell to people with starport visas?
General Vaklu is concerned about well-armed insurgents. They've had to get arms from somewhere. Not from me, of course, but all sales of weapons have been severely restricted. I can only sell to off-worlders like you that have the proper clearance. And now off-worlders can't come here because of the blockade and searches, but it's a wise policy.
So you're happy about this then?
Of course. Soldiers are only doing their job. Even if it puts me out of business, I am happy. Even if I'm forced to live off scraps in the street, I am so happy to do my part. Long live General Vaclu!
He sounds so convincing. I am ready to throw down my light side morals to join General Vaclu's cause, based purely on what this man has just said to me. What can you tell me about ISIS?
Oh, everything's great here. We're all very happy. So very happy.
I'd like to see your stock. Alright, we got anything useful here? Got the neophyte armor, that's what I'm using at the moment. Reaction system, what's that do? Dexterity 3, that's pretty good. And bisque. This is what I'm looking for. Lightsaber crystals. When we get to Dantooine, we'll find some of these just hanging around. So I don't really want to buy them yet. But this is kind of cool. Yeah, I'll buy it. And I have to equip it on someone, otherwise I'll feel like I'm wasting my time. There you go. Mandalore can have it. Time and money. Money and time. Time is money. Anything to steal over here? What? Oh, fuck you guys.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, not even close to strong enough. Alright. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that Kratos doesn't have a weapon. Whoops. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Why can't I... I must have put something on her weapon. Yeah, I put something on her weapon that means she can't use it anymore. I'm so clever. There you go. Didn't even pay attention to that.
Systems failing, Master.
Good. Good. We jiggling? Oh, we good. We good. Alright, what's this? Can I hack the terminal? No. What a shame. Hello, crowd.
There must come a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but war and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past millennia. Back General Vaclu in his effort to make her see reason. We do not need the Republic. They need our resources, our world, and our blood. For all that we have given, now we get nothing. The Republic is weak and falling apart. Its Jedi, whose fallen brethren have brought such misery to us, have disbanded. Let's be the first world to take our future into our hands. Are you with me?
Who? Me?
Yes, you. It is up to each and every one of us to turn the tide, to take control of our future.
Well, I mean, surely the Republic does something in return for you.
No, they take from us. They are like Minox, sucking energy and resources from so many worlds. They bleed us for their bureaucracy and their excesses.
That's enough, Ponlar. If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention. You're coming awfully close to treason.
You can't silence me forever, soldier. But I'll keep my peace. For now.
Okie dokie then. Hello, named character.
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
I don't think so.
Kawanabota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalithba. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
That Twi'lek is so crusty looking. Look at him. He's got those glistening, what are they called? Leku. But his face.
Mogachi norta hirembe wanachi, kaki mogo grabo, drum pabana karas mangra, kalalava dumba compaile mokata.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura, tayaita, ta bosananansata.
Alright. So we've got getting a bit of lore here about Exar Kun. So, I mean, there would be deep consequences if Onderon secedes from the Republic.
Mogachi norta hirembe wanachi, kaki mogo grabo, drum pabana karas mangra, kalalava dumba compaile mokata.
You know, I think I don't want to get involved. Ah yes, discussing politics at the bar. A time-honored tradition. I think I missed like half the notes in that tune.
Only.
Whoa, I still got like an hour of stream left and I'm already mispronouncing words. What's the sky ramp?
The sky ramp leads to the battlements, and this particular ramp leads straight to the palace itself. No civilians are allowed past this point.
Alright. Who are you?
I am Captain Bastuco. I have served loyally in the Onderon military for 20 years.
20 years would mean you were here during the Mandalorian Wars, right?
Mandalore, please drop it.
I was a soldier when the Mandalorians took our world, and I fought in the Resistance. When we drove them from Onderon, I served on the Wall for 10 years after.
You mean after the Jedi drove the Mandalorians
Mandalore,
from
please!
Onderon? The Mandalorians never gave ground to any Onderon soldier.
Such of you could be considered
Mandalore,
treason.
for fuck's sake!
Onderon was responsible for much of the fighting during the last days of the war. Without General Vaklu, the Republic would have fallen.
What can you tell me about the Wall?
The Wall is the barrier between Isis and the Onderon wilderness. For hundreds of years, we kept the city free of beasts and beast rider scum. The greatest honor for an officer is to serve on the Wall. Many aspire to the post, but few are worthy of it.
Why aren't you on the Wall anymore?
I was requested to guard the sky ramp in the merchant quarter.
You don't sound too pleased about that.
My personal feelings on the matter are irrelevant. I received an order, and I carried it out.
What do you think of General Vaklu?
General Vaklu is my superior officer, and I respect the chain of command. He kept the Resistance alive when the Mandalorians were destroying our world.
Alright, well I guess we'll be going now. Did all the soldiers just scratch their head at the same time? Amazing.
We don't get too many shuttles coming to Isis anymore, especially shuttles without passengers. A good friend works at the starport and noticed this. It raised some questions. Questions I've answered. So you're a LinnieGrey. Last of a dying breed, they say. Too difficult to fight alone, they say. So meet some of my new employees. The bounty on your head will make me and my men extremely wealthy. This is my lucky day.
That's my bug voice, Sphinx. I've never personally spoken to a bug, so I have to make some artistic liberties. Hey, I got a couple of them. I'm improving. Whoa. Freya just fucked everyone up.
Focus.
Oh yeah, gloves. Yeah, that's the good shit. Freya can have some too. here? Nope. It was a good disturbing voice. Thank you. Matakai Adept Robe. I need to move my mouth more and actually pay attention to my enunciation. What do we got? Constitution, Dexterity, and Strength all +2. Not bad. I like mine better, but I can give this one to... You know what? No, I won't give it to Kreia because I want to give it to one of my other Jedi back at the ship. Wait, no, I don't want to be Kreia. Fuck off. My enunciation is fine. That's good to know. But my master's degree requires that I be a bit of an asshole to you. It's spelled with an E. It's enunciation. I'm a terrible person. Terrible person. You like the Aussie accent? Awesome. Because I'm not changing it. Hello, thug.
Some of those alien thugs had a go
Some of
at you,
those
right?
alien thugs had a go at you, right?
I don't want to cross you.
I don't want to cross you. He's actually got a bit of a... I don't know. It's an English accent. Like Liverpool, maybe. I'm so bad at accents. It's... People hear, you know, that you're a linguist, and they're like, oh, you must be good at accents and foreign languages. And I'm like, nah. Can't do it for shit. Sorry. Sorry to ruin your imagination, but I can't. Hello, 1B8D. I like droids.
I am 1B8D, an automated droid vendor. I have in stock a variety of quality droid components, no refunds, and no haggling. Do you have any interest in my goods?
You know what? Let me see if actually... Yeah, let me see if I can rewire you to be a little more helpful.
Reinitializing complete. Greetings. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Demon safe and you're heading off? Have a great night. I hope you you have a good night, a good week, and take care of yourself, dude. And yes, I studied linguistics, Sphinx. $1B8D, please give me components for free.
That goes against my primary behavior programming. All items must be sold based on the most favorable market conditions. 1B8D cannot haggle. This is also a part of my primary behavior matrix.
1B8D. Request access market conditions. Change all. Multiply by 0.
Market conditions all set to 0. All prices now set to base cost value. Do you have any interest in my goods?
I sure do. Let me see what you have for sale. Anything useful though? All kinds of cool droid stuff. What have we got for droid armor? Have we got anything real cool? Not really. But that was fun, so I don't mind. Skenzo pointing out inconsistencies in my behavior and my words again. I'm not going to change my accent, and there's less than a minute later attempts to. Well, I don't know. I don't reckon it really counts as attempting to change my accent if I just put on an even stronger Australian accent. Core blimey. I mean, crikey. It's better. I don't even know what slang to use for my own accent.
He's not the best doctor you'll ever meet, but he's well connected in this city. Doesn't look like he's here right now, though.
You looking for Dagon? You're not gonna find him here.
Where is he?
A soldier captain was murdered at the cantina real good. They got some suspects at the tower. From what I hear, Dagon Gent is one of them.
Jeez, Mandalore, could Dagon have done this?
He's certainly capable of it, and probably stupid enough to get caught. But we need him, suspicion of murder or not.
Do you think Dagon did it?
Like I would know. Isis is a crazy place right now.
Well, okay, let's go. What tower?
It's the turret tower on the other side of the market. Captain Riken is the man to talk to.
Thanks for the information.
If you talk to him, tell him I got his 20 credits.
What, my fellow Australians don't like my Australian accent? Stone the crows, mate. I'm still trying to think of Australian things to say. I'm just stealing from Mandela's friend, by the way. I mean, Australian's basically the only accent I can do. Well, there we go. Getting a bit of that strong diphthong action in there. Doing an Australian accent's actually really easy. All you have to do is any time you've got a vowel that you have to say, you stick 2 vowels in there instead. Crikey. Alright, I'll stop. I'll stop. Oh, man. Oh, there's some nice people who want to have a chat to me. Isn't that nice that my precognition is warning me about the nice people? It's nice. Fair shake of the sauce bottle, mate. Yeah, there you go. Ah, I thought it was you, LinnieGrey, captain of the Ebon Hawk, is it not? Imagine what the soldiers would do to you if they knew you were wandering their streets. You're a wanted criminal now. How do you know me? The exchange has quite a bounty on you. Your head's worth many credits, as long as it's recognizable. I'll take you alive, but I doubt I could keep a Jedi from escaping. Dead will have to do. Wait, no. I hit V. I hit V. Fair dinkum. Nah, too loading. He can. Oh no. Now my hang on. Hang on. I've got to adjust my accent back to not having all the diphthongs in it. Let him suggest things for me to say in the Australian accent. It's entertaining. It's fine. It is a problem if I become unable to stop. Oh yeah, there we go. Having those gloves on really helps. Can you hear that? I'm having trouble not saying go as go. Wonderful.
Who wants to die first?
My precious dignity.
Time to die.
Oh shit, Mandalor's almost dead. He's been like dealing with these guys all by himself. Sorry, Mandalore. Okay. Ashmelon's threatening to superglue my lips shut. See, Australians, we have this thing. Oh, we got a starport visa. That's valuable. Australians have this thing called the cultural cringe, which is where we're ashamed of our culture and just general everything. It is a little bit different with the Bogan accent, of course, because that's like doing a redneck accent. Like, you can sort of get that, but Australians do have this kind of
General, we have found them again.
Weird relationship.
Or is this a preface to another of your failures? Consider the whole field, Tobin. Why would a Jedi risk all of this just to come to Isis?
The crew of the Ebon Hawk is elusive, General. We were warned about that, but we still underestimated them. But the fools are here, in Isis. The intel on this is certain. I'm ordering men loyal to us
Why
to
are these
take care
guys
of them
standing in a
now.
back alley?
I think I have an idea. Hold that order. Have her watched instead. The Jedi may prove a solution to another one of our persistent problems.
They put like all the modeling effort in this game into General Vaklu's face. No, Tiloka Tig, it's not Bogan culture exactly. It's more like because Australia was originally a colony of England and a prison colony at that. Obviously we're talking about you know, settler Australia here rather than Indigenous Australia. But because of that, there's always been this sort of how would I say, lack of culture and also kind of being put down on by the English. And it's evident in a lot of Australian, like even things that would be considered like cultural, like high culture in Australia. There's always this sort of undercurrent of not being good enough. And unless you actually do media studies or sociology or something like that, it isn't obvious. But it is definitely there. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, rednecks is rednecks, really. Bogans is bogans.
Back again, Off-Worlder? I'm sure you have a starport visa. If I were you, I'd leave before too many more beast cages are stacked in the streets.
All right. Look, I have a reason to be back this time. Do you have a man named Dagon Gent in custody?
We certainly do. He and several other people were picked up in connection to a murder.
Who got murdered?
Captain Sulio. She was in charge of the starport checkpoint. A good soldier. Your friend was one of the last people that saw her alive. So far, he's just a suspect. But if he did it, the punishment is death.
Dagon Gent is the only person I know with the contacts to help us out. We need to get Dagon out of custody.
How long is Dagon going to be questioned?
Until we either eliminate him as a suspect or find the real killer. Dagon has quite a record with the authorities. The Colonel thinks that murder isn't too far a stretch for someone like him.
Can I see him?
No way. We're under orders to make sure no one sees the murder suspects. Command is taking this very seriously.
Alright, well I guess how can I eliminate him as a suspect then?
I know Dagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of. But I can't see him deliberately killing someone. He was one of the last people seen with Captain Sulio in the cantina. Ask around there. I've heard he's got a good motive for killing her. If you can somehow clear that up and prove it wasn't him, Command will cut him loose. If I say any more, I'll get in trouble.
Alright, I'll be going now.
Stay out of trouble.
I'm gonna try. But somehow trouble keeps finding me. Hey asshole, you got anything more to say?
I won't remain silent any longer. The Republic has actively attacked us. They attack our spaceships unprovoked. What next? An invasion? Perhaps they seek to conquer us. Will you stand idly by? Will you let them bomb our city? No! If Queen Talia is so removed that she won't do what the people so clearly want, then we must show her with force.
That's it, Ponlar. We're taking you in. You've gone too far.
Brothers and sisters, let us rise up now and march to the palace. Our will cannot be denied.
Don't do this, Ponlar. This will not help your cause. Innocents will die.
Sacrifices are inevitable, but it is the price of change.
You will go quietly, Ponlar.
I will not. My cause is just. The Queen must bow to our will.
Tell everyone to stop now.
My head. Everyone stop now. I will go quietly.
I don't know what you did, but thank you, Off-Worlder. That was too close for me.
You gotta be persistent. I like that shows, you know, they can resist. But you basically have to be a Jedi to fully resist a Jedi, right? Totally not obvious manipulation. Oh yeah, I'm a light side Jedi, Sphinx. I'm a light side Jedi. I don't do anything wrong. I don't do anything morally questionable. I'm a light side Jedi. Alright. Time to Cantina. Hello, Bouncer. Alright, we're not allowed to fight and kill in the cantina. Everyone good with that? That's a good point, Ashmerlin, because in Australia you can't be too proud of anything that you do or anything like that. It's another bloke that wants a starport visa. Why do you ask? He is Gormo, he is a captain, and someone has... Oh, some flaming scoundrel stole my starport visa! I didn't mean to go back to it, but he said flaming, for God's sake! Look, have you tried to explain your situation to the soldiers? There seem to be a lot of people here that need one. $500 credits? Jesus, there's a bloke that'll offer me 2,000 right up at the starport. Look, do you know what's going on here? Alright, checkpoints, clicking through that, and I'll be going now. Bye-bye. Sphinx, you've been to New Zealand? It's kind of similar to New Zealand. I think I've made this comparison before, but New Zealand is kind of like Canada to America. People are kind of nicer there, and I feel like it's a gentler culture. And we keep like pretending like they're great musicians and stuff like that are Australian, because they have to move to Australia to make it big, right? Because New Zealand is a very small country, like some of those small countries in Europe. You're saying you aren't nice? Well, I don't know. I think I'm pretty nice, but I think Australian culture can be a bit abrasive sometimes, for sure. Hello, Kip. I'm really struggling to not voice this man with the strong Australian accent, having done the other one in that way. I'll resist. I'll resist. Well, the whole population of Australia is about equal to the population of God. It's small. We're like 26, just shy of 26 million. But New Zealand is eensy weensy. I don't even remember what their full population is, and I really should, but I don't. Tilo Tig and Ashmelon are thanking me for resisting the urge to voice this man with the Australian accent. Alrighty. I want to talk to you about Captain Sulio's murder. Okay. So what is your line of business, Mr. No in your line of business? I'm trying to work out if I can voice this guy. It would need to be like kind of a sexy sounding voice, right? I'm the only one in the city who's talented enough to make open starport visas from a personal visa. I was in the middle of a transaction that night. What do you want to know? Do you know Dagon Ghent? I recognize him, but that's about it. He doesn't have the qualities I look for in friendship. Do you know any reason why Dagon Ghent would kill Sulio? I normally try to leave the cantina before the more serious drinkers arrive. That night I was very near Dagon and Sulio. Dagon was attempting what I assume was a mating advance. I may not be human, but even I could tell his advances were particularly unwanted. Sulio then started swearing at him. Many of the words I've never heard, but the ones I did understand, I assure you, were most impolite. Humiliation on that scale is a real motive for a passionate and deadly response. I told the soldiers as much. Oh no, now I'm just becoming Solid Snake. Alright, did I ask this already? I was too busy trying to work out a voice. I'll just ask it and then click through. Yeah, okay. Anything more? A friend of mine told me that you're the guy I should talk to about adjusting starport visas. So, you have a personalized visa, you need to be made open one. It's a tricky process, but after many failures, I've mastered it. It will cost you 500 credits. But sounding like Solid Snake, I might as well just do my shitty Solid Snake, right? How do I know that the visa will work? If I sold defective visas, my livelihood and possibly my life would be in jeopardy. Any open starport visa I make will sustain scrutiny. Alright, here you go. Then let me have the visa. This will take a little while. It is done. Here's your starport visa. Quite a pleasure doing business with you. Good lord. What have I become? Hello, waitress.
What do you want?
Oh, jeez. There's an interesting voice. Do you know anything about Captain Sulio's murder?
Not really. I just started here. I have to get back to work.
Okie dokie. Hello, Biffman. Little kid voice, yeah. Hello, patron.
I wonder if the waitress will ever get me my drink.
Hello, woman with a name.
There's got to be something you need. Something you want. I have connections, many connections in the city.
This is the same voice actress as Jana Lorso from Telos.
Elsewhere. I even have a rare lightsaber crystal. Something you'd never find elsewhere. If you need money, I'll pay you 5,000 credits.
Oh, jeez.
All I ask is get me one open starport visa.
She's got the better deal than the man in the starport. I was wanting to talk to you about Captain Sulio's murder, actually.
I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dagon's in now. The soldiers were asking me some entertaining questions that night. I've got no idea what was going on.
Charged crystal, Sphinx. What a strange thing to ask. I wonder if the crystal's charged or if I'll need to charge the crystal. There it is. Oh yeah, you gotta charge your crystal to activate your lightsaber, if you know what I mean. Fuck. I'm a bad person. What were they questioning you about?
Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects. Sort of comes with the territory. That's all I'm going to say.
Alright, look, I'll be going now. Hello, Bugman.
Damn, I forgot my blaster.
How do you forget your gun? This patron ignores you. Hello, Zot.
I thought it was you. I served in the Mandalorian Wars with you. You're a Jedi, right?
You look familiar too.
I was one of the ground troops. We fought on Daggery Minor together. It was near the beginning of the war. We didn't win that battle.
I remember Daggery Minor.
Enough of the past. The whole galaxy isn't safe for Jedi now, especially here. Onderon has suffered through 3 wars started by fallen Jedi. Do you still serve the Republic?
Not directly anymore, but I try and lend a hand when I'm able.
That's the first good news I've had in months. I was sent by the Republic Senate to investigate certain delicate matters that are happening on Onderon. It's worse than we feared. I have to get to Coruscant to deliver my report. But days before I was planning to leave, they started requiring starport visas.
Why is it so important if one world secedes from the Republic? No. What was your mission?
I really can't say. The most I will say is stay clear of General Vaklu. His ambition knows no bounds. I believe the people of Izes are absolutely correct. A civil war is brewing.
and Vaklu may very well win if I can't get to Coruscant in time.
Well, I guess you might want to travel to Telos as well. There's a Republic representative there.
Thank you for the tip. The journey to Coruscant would be more costly and attract more attention. But there are many freighters bound for Telos.
Alright. Listen, I'd like to talk to you about Captain Sulio's murder.
What do you want to know about that night?
Oh, he'll talk to me. That's nice. Sphinx, I'll get to your question. I have to think about how to correctly phrase my answer. An acquaintance of mine, Dagon Gent, is being held by the authorities. I'm trying to get him free.
Dagon Gent didn't do it.
How can you be so sure?
Because he was with me at the time.
Why didn't you tell the authorities?
It's quite simple. Right now, he's accused of murder. If he's convicted, the sentence is death. If he's accused of espionage, let's say assisting a Republic spy, then the penalty for that is death. I'm afraid the Onderonians are quite fond of their death penalty. So if I stood up for him, he'd be trading one death sentence for another. I was with Dagon in his office at the time of the murder. He definitely wasn't involved with her murder.
I don't suppose anybody else saw you?
We were taking great pains not to be seen, which has a certain irony to it, really. If you can free him, please do. He's been invaluable with his help to the Republic. I only wish there was something I could do to help him.
Assuming we get Dagon free, we're going to have a few private words about this. Together, we fought against the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars.
I don't particularly like
Whoa.
the idea that he's working for them now.
Voice filter and then no voice filter. Alright. Listen, I'll be going now. Actually, no, I'll ask about the Starport visa.
The information I have is vital to the Senate. I hope you can help.
I can. I have an open Starport visa on me.
Really? I've been looking for one for weeks. Thanks.
Here you go.
You've done a tremendous service for the Republic. Now I have to catch the first shuttle out of here. May the Force be with you.
So, do I like The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi? I think they're fine. I enjoyed watching both of them in the cinema. It's interesting to talk about them in the context of these games, actually, because they borrowed or appropriated some plot elements and other devices from the KOTOR games. So, if you heard the word Malachor before and thought, geez, that sounds familiar, the word or the planet Malachor was actually name dropped in, I think it was The Force Awakens rather than The Last Jedi. And a big plot device from the first KOTOR game, Starforge, something very similar to that exists in The Force Awakens. It's kind of the thing that like they destroy. And then over and above that, even more seriously, is that Kylo Ren's visual design is extremely similar to Revan's visual design in KOTOR, the first one. So it's interesting that they chose to use elements from these games while also totally killing this franchise. It's a shame. I don't know how I feel about the plots. Like, I thought they could have done a lot more interesting stuff with the plot in The Last Jedi. I actually would have liked if Rey had gone with Kylo. I would have liked that, because you know, then it would have been like a danger to the Force sort of thing. And I feel like there would have been a reason for her to want to do that. You know, she's just, this is massive spoilers for The Last Jedi, by the way, if you haven't seen it and you still care. She's just sort of found out that everything she ever hoped she was, like, there's nothing. She's just some random person who's just able to use the Force. But that's also kind of the point of this game, because let me see if I can. Okay, so these are all the party members that we have, and then the guy who's grayed out on the top left, the guy with the horns, and the lady with the red hair. all of them, when you meet them, are not Force-sensitive characters. Well, they're not Jedi characters, but they're all Force-sensitive and they're able to become Jedi. And kind of the point is that they're the Lost Jedi, people who weren't picked up by the Jedi Order for whatever reason or another. And the end of the the end of The Last Jedi, the same thing happens, right? A little kid finds out that he's Force-sensitive. So I feel like a bunch of things were sort of borrowed from these games that I would have liked to have seen taken further. But I mean, the reality is both those movies were made by Disney, and Disney stuff has to be safe. So, yeah. I feel like with the plot about the rebels and stuff, I feel like they tried to do too much, and I hate so much that they left Leia alive. I hate it, especially after Carrie Fisher very sadly passed away. It would have been such an easy thing to do to rewrite the plot the other way around, to have had Princess Leia die, and for the lady with the purple hair, who was such a memorable character that I cannot remember her name, for her to live and become like the new figurehead of the thing. It could have been like a passing of the torch. It would have been a total passing of the torch. And instead, what the hell are they going to do with her in the movie now that Carrie Fisher has left us? So, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Nice to meet you, Sentient.
This guy has a really weird
Are you interested in a
face.
friendly game of Pazak? The deck is warm, the drink is plentiful, and the company amiable. Can I tempt you?
Can I talk with you about Captain Sulio's matter?
Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about?
Do you know Dagon Gen?
Know him. He's probably my best friend on this planet. Honestly, he's not a very good doctor, but he is a great drinking companion.
Sorry, I was just taking a drink of water. Someone was saying that Sulio deeply humiliated Dagon the night she was murdered. That's a very good motive.
She did? Oh no, by the four moons, what a mix-up. They got it all wrong. Dagon and Sulio were good friends. It's just when they got a little too much Juma juice, they'd carry on. They'd call each other all manner of things. It could get quite hilarious, really. But it was just friendly banter. That night, Sulio was in great form. Dagon and I were laughing about some of the choicer ones later. Yellow-toothed dung dweller. We bought her a couple of drinks afterwards. It may look strange on the outside, but it was just their habit. Their way of passing time during these dark nights. Listen, if the soldiers think that's a motive, they just didn't do enough digging.
That bit of information will help with clearing Dagon, but the Onderon military won't let him off that easy. They're very obstinate. Maybe some of these people will know more about what happened that night.
What happened on the night of the murder?
I was cleaning up stakes from a particularly rewarding Pazak game when I heard a loud sound outside. I grabbed my blaster and went out the door. When I got out, I saw Captain Sulio. She was quite dead. Blood was everywhere. I heard a noise and saw Dagon Gent coming from his office across the courtyard. We both waited for the authorities to get there. The next day, they picked up Dagon and several other people in the area. It's crazy to think he did it. Sulio was our friend.
Ashmelon, you've got to go. Thanks for coming and hanging out tonight. And again, happy birthday. I hope you had a really good one. Alright. Where'd you find the body?
Just outside the door by the junk heap.
It might be a good idea to look at the crime scene. We fought many soldiers in the Mandalorian Wars. The Onderonians were certainly brave, but they were disorganized and stupid. I wouldn't be surprised if they overlooked something.
Alright. I guess I'll be going then. Oh good, Mandalore's got another level.
Something you...
We needed him to have Master Power Attack, right? Let's get that one. Which reminds me, he needs to have range. Switch to melee if opponent closes. The sweet sounds of jizz. I know. God. God, why would you just... God. Why would you do the names like that? Anyway. Why would you create that name? Thanks, George Lucas. I don't much care about this. There's like a swoop racing minigame in here. I don't know that I care enough to actually do it. Hello, Bahima. No bush? Look at their weird mouths. Fuck. It's like you know, like a tire where you put the pump in. I don't like it. All right. Can I talk with you about Captain Cilio's murder? That incident has brought me much distress. An unhappy thing this is, and bad for the flow of commerce. What is your interest in this, sentient? An acquaintance of mine, Dagon Gent, is being questioned by the military about this. I'd like to get him free. As would I. I prize my loyal customers, and he is most regular. Please structure my memories and recall the night. Ask your questions. Do you know Dagon Gent? I know him very well. Many sentients look towards bartenders for advice. On my world, they are also sometimes sought for spiritual advice. This is a trust I try to honor. Hello, Necro. Thanks for coming to the stream tonight. Did you just arrive? Alright, that's really all I need to know from him. I love how Mandalore like puts his hand up to scratch his head. Even though he's carrying a giant gun, he's got gloves on, and he's wearing a helmet. I'm gonna go check out the crime scene. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go here. Hello, Panar.
This room is reserved, off-worlder.
I'd like to talk about Captain Cilio's murder.
If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us beast riders. Good riddance.
Do you know Dagon Gent?
I know his face, that's about it. His office is on Bekel's turf.
Who is Bekel?
She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her, or else.
Alright, I'll be going now. There was a question or comment further up about Rogue One and Solo. I've never seen Solo. I did see Rogue One in the cinema and I quite liked it. I liked that they resisted making it too sappy. I liked all the characters. I haven't gone back and watched it again, even though it's been available because I have Netflix. But where's that crime scene? Over here, right? Because they didn't bother to clean up the blood. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was interesting and different. Is Linnie short for something, or is it common in Australia? It's a... How would you put this and not make me sound like a weirdo? It's a nickname I gave myself because I don't much like the nickname versions of my real name, and it's just sort of always a name that I've used online. So it's more like an alias than a nickname. Remains of a serving droid still clutching its serving tray. Oh, poor droid.
Nobody we
Head's
talked
missing.
with mentioned a droid. This droid was destroyed recently. Someone inside the cantina might know more.
Great Sphinx. Great is my first name and Sphinx is your last name. Bold of you to use your full real name on the internet, John. Cantina, right? Yeah, going to the cantina. You've got it in your Twitch description. Sphinx, if you ever came to Australia, you would not be John, you'd be Jono. We like a good O shortening in Australia. Davo, Jono, Robbo. What else we got? Oh, we like ZZA as well, so you can have Gaza, Shazza, Bazza. It's good stuff. Droid. Talking about droids. Can you be Jazza? Do you want to be Jazza? You can be anything you want to be. Okay, we do ask him about this. Jono, mate. Yep. We got some jiggling in the background, fellas. Whoop, whoop, whoop. What the fuck is happening? Mandalore, please. We jiggling? Yeah. Just a bit of light jiggling. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, I can't. I've got to fix that before I can take the conversation seriously. Oh boy. There we go. There we go. It's all good. It's all good. Looks like Krea's driving him nuts. Yeah, well, Krea drives everyone nuts, so that's fair. Look at this nice, calm party members in the background now. Oh, Sphinx reckons he really wanted to check out the fountain. Yeah, it's a pretty good looking fountain. I wouldn't say no to having a fountain like that. Deloading, please! If Ashmelon was still here, I would request her permit, no. What's the word? Commit, that's the one. Commit physical violence against a person for that one. Alright. Captain Cilio's murder. Broken serving droid. Slaps the roof of Korea. Oh god. I'm going straight to hell. What keeps happening to your serving droids? Why didn't you mention this before? I didn't know it would interest you. It was found near the body, I'm given to understand. Nico would know more about that. Right. Good. Hello, Nico.
Welcome back. My deck is still warm if you're up for Bazak.
I'm good. Got some more Cilio stuff.
That is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about?
I found a broken serving droid by the murder scene.
That would be Behemoth's SOD-2. No, SOD-3. Or is it 2? Whichever one it was, he keeps losing them. I remember when I arrived, it was still smoldering.
What happened to it?
Who knows? Sometimes the slum dwellers shoot his serving droids for fun. This part of the quarter is getting more and more lawless, I'm afraid. When Dagon and I were waiting for the soldiers, we had to chase off some scavengers that were stripping SOD-3.
Do you remember who scavenged the droid?
No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing. We were seeing if there was any way we could help Cilio. There was nothing we could do, of course. She was dead.
Alright, well, I guess I'll be going.
This room is reserved, off-worlder. If you ask...
Here we go. We've got to talk to more people about the droid. I found a broken serving droid by the murder scene.
That Bith keeps buying droids, and the scavengers keep stealing them or blowing them up. Seems he's finally given up. The waitress is awful, but she's more fun than his droids ever were.
Gross. Any idea which scavenger got to his droid?
I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. I could tell you where you could find the parts, though.
You do? Where?
That western square has the perfect fence for droid parts. There is a droid vendor called 1B8D. That droid is as dumb as a Gamorrean. He'll buy anything because he's too stupid to do anything else.
I did notice that.
1B8D is quite handy. Quite a few of the slum dwellers make a good living salvaging droid parts for him. You might have even bought some.
Alright, I guess I'll be going now then. That's all I needed to know. You know, it's interesting. My online name, LinnieGrey, the grey part actually comes from this game. So when I was a teenage edgelord, I was like, yeah, I'm a grey Jedi. I see all the shades of grey. And that's where the grey comes from. Now you know the embarrassing truth.
Greetings, Master. Do you have any interest in my goods?
1B8D, I need to know if you have any parts from one of Behemoth's serving droids.
Entity Behemoth unknown. I have many serving droid parts.
I want to buy those parts.
The market rate for those parts would be 25 credits.
Here's 25 credits.
Thank you for your business.
Kif and the Cantina can probably do something with this. We should head back.
Necro Edgelord is more like... How do I put this? How do I define edgelord? It's like someone who thinks they're really cool. That's important because they're like edgy. And how do you define edgy in this circumstance? Goth and punk kind of stuff. It's like, yo, I'm so dark because it's cool. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do nicely. So like, they're like, yo, dude, like, I'm just trying to, God, what's a good example? You can tell I'm not actually much of an edgelord because I'm having so much trouble coming out with examples here. Like, yeah, don't enjoy colors because colors are for normal people. It's almost like being a hipster, but about like bright and nice things. And yeah, it's a bit like emo. When I was that age, it would have been called emo. Except emo's got like a whole music and visual culture attached to it as well. But it's also got a bit of like the whole saying, playing devil's advocate just to be like cool, like, oh, it's important to like see all sides of everything, even if like some sides are legitimately shit. I thought in Australia they were called emus. Sphinx. Sphinx. Yeah, but Tilody, you're not edgy, you're just like black. Like your soul. The off-world returns. Alright. I have the remains of SOD3. Can you get any information from it?
Dahupa, Bosakurata, Go, Jujuto Yoki, Hiata Yamba Wajiaki, Yukito Tune. Kawana Bota, Yuntatanga Kinamatora, Tayaita.
That should do it. Let's take a look at his last feed.
Hello there. What is this? Oh my, she's dead.
There you go. It seems this recording proves that the killer came from the marketplace. You may want to show this to Nico. Hang on, I'm searching an Urban Dictionary for edgelord. Edgelord. Alright. Let me just check that I can read this out loud. Alright, I'm gonna edit this down a little bit. Cloud and Advent Children is an edgelord. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good one. A poster on an internet forum who expresses opinions which are either strongly nihilistic or something like Tyler Durden's special snowflake speech from Fight Club, being the two main examples, but also mentioning other taboo topics which are deliberately intended to shock or offend readers. Just seeing if there's any. Here we go. Second definition has, where are we? They use shocking and nihilistic speech and opinions that they themselves may or may not actually believe to gain attention and come across as a more dangerous and unique person. Most edgelords are teenagers trying to seem overly cool and or overly casually apathetic. Yeah, Necro, that's a good one. That's a good one. Alright. You know, it's been a while since I've saved. Just going to do that real quick. Wait, no, I'm literally... No, I have to talk to Nico about this. Yes, talk to Nico about this one.
Welcome back. My deck is still warm if you're up for Bazak.
There's that warm deck again, Tilotig. Edgelords would only follow the dark side path. Yeah, yeah. I think edgelords would follow Krea's teachings pretty well. They'd be like, oh yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Alright. I want to show you SOD3's last transmission.
If it'll help Dagon, you got it. There's no way that Dagon could have done it. I saw him coming from his office. That's the opposite direction of the marketplace. We should go talk to Captain Riken and clear all of this up.
Nico, is it? And the Offworlder. What brings the two of you here?
Dagon Gent couldn't have killed Captain Sulio.
That's a bold statement. I assume you have some sort of proof.
Nico can explain it.
It's a long story, so bear with me, Captain. The night of the murder, I was playing Bazak. It was a prosperous night.
That should do it. We still don't know who killed Sulio, but this will greatly assist our investigation.
God, look at this man's mouth.
You have been ordered off this investigation, Captain. I hope you can explain yourself.
I had nothing to do with this, sir. This citizen found information about Captain Sulio's murder. It's material to the investigation.
We've already got our man. Sulio and this Gent were fighting the night she was murdered. He had ample motive.
They weren't really fighting. The regulars of the cantina can vouch for that.
Have you read the report? Some of the things Sulio called him were vile. Sulio and Dagon clearly hated each other.
But she wasn't killed until near closing time. It wasn't the heat of passion.
What he meant to say, Major, is that they were friends.
So these two were
He?
friends?
Dude.
A friend would never say such things to another friend. You expect me to believe...
It's absolutely true, Major. I was a friend of both of them. They've done this dozens of times. Bahima, the bartender, can confirm it, as well as half a dozen other people. They were an odd pair, but they certainly didn't hate each other.
I see. Well, there's still the fact that he was right there at the scene of the crime.
But Dagon Gent was coming from inside the bar with Nico.
I've already given my report, Off-Worlder. He came from his office, like I said.
The only thing that matters to me is that he was
Whoops.
within blaster range when Sulio was killed.
Luckily it doesn't matter.
And he did not have an alibi.
What is the point of this if I don't have to get it right to, like, not have him killed? Anyway. Alright. He came from his office, but a recording of the murder shows the shot came from the opposite direction.
You have a recording? Well, I'm sure you're just misinterpreting it.
I've seen it myself, Major. Nico isn't the only one that spotted Dagon coming from his office. It really can't be Dagon Gent. The real killer is still loose.
Very well, Captain. Set Gent free, then. But if later it turns out that he did do it, it's going to be on your head.
The men will be working on getting Dagon Gent out right away. The Major sure isn't happy. You're quite a team. Together, you got the Major to back down. That's no small feat.
The Major seemed particularly unwilling to believe Dagon was innocent.
The investigation has been handled at the highest levels. I've heard there's been some concern about that. With Dagon free, I don't know if the investigation team will find another suspect.
They haven't been as diligent as other investigators.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna say any more. Probably said too much already. If you head over to Dagon Gent's office, some men will bring him there shortly. Thanks for clearing this whole thing up. I could tell the justice wasn't being served, but we all have our orders. We really need to patrol that sector better.
Thanks for getting me out of there. As detention cells go, it had definite class, but I prefer being out on my own all the same. I owe you and Mandalore one.
The guy who voiced the captain tried really hard to sound like Morgan Freeman. Yeah, a little bit. I definitely didn't loot it, I promise. How do you know Mandalore?
We go way back. Way before he became Mandalore. In my experience, Mandalorians always know about the doctors around. For some strange reason, they keep getting into scrapes. You want to know more? Ask him yourself.
Good night, Infinity. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I hope you had a good time at the stream. And I'll see you around. Tillodig's bribing Ashmelon. Good stuff. Mandalore says you might be able to help me out. I need to get in touch with someone from the palace.
Not many people can help you out with that. There have been several assassination attempts on Queen Talia. That place is locked tighter than a Hud's fault. I know a few people, though. Who do you need to get in touch with?
It's a Jedi Master.
A Jedi Master, you say?
Master.
Now that is interesting. It's quite a bounty in Jedi these days. Not that I'm looking to collect, but if there's a master there, I think I know who it is.
Can you get in touch with someone inside the palace?
There's a slight problem with that. I know you don't want to hear that since you went through all the effort of springing me out. The thing is, scavengers have already looted most of my stuff. Most of it's garbage anyway, so I don't care too much. But I did have a couple of encrypted holodiscs that they nabbed. So here's the punchline. I need those discs because they have some contact information on them.
Oh God,
People
I love the
know
vowels.
you don't just walk up and chat with. There's a procedure. And that holodisc has the procedure.
Who has them?
The Kells gang pretty much owns this street. From what I hear, she's the one that cleaned me out. She's in the local cantina most days. She's tough as Drexel leather and more dangerous than an angry Wookiee. You take Mandalore with you, though. You should be just fine. Just get me the encrypted holodisc. After that, if there is a Jedi Master in the palace, I'll get you a meeting with him.
Sweet. Look what I received. I got a lightsaber. Kreia, you're getting an upgrade. It's blue, but I suppose that'll have to do for the time being. Excellent. Shame there's no workbench in here for me to be able to change the color of that, but that's fine. I don't think I have the color of crystal that I want in her lightsaber anyway. Look, Sphinx, sometimes you just don't feel like charging the crystal. Didn't I just walk by one? Or was that a different bench? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, workbench. Yeah, no, that was a lab bench. So you can only make med packs and stuff at those ones. And the ones with the yellow screen on them, they are the ones you can upgrade shit with. I know it's dumb that you can't use them both for the same thing.
What do you want here, Offworlder? The room is taken. The whole cantina is taken. You should leave.
You have something that belongs to Dagon Gent. I want to get it back.
You? And just how do you intend to do that?
I was hoping I might be able to buy any holodiscs you get from his office.
It isn't for sale. I warned you, Offworlder. Kill her!
Mate, You have got absolutely no chance. I love that the smooth jizz is still playing. For anyone who doesn't know, jizz is the official George Lucas name for cantina music. It's not just a stupid joke, it is literally the official term. Whoa, she's got a big fucking axe.
Fallen.
Thanks, crap. Cool. And we even get her nice cool axe. None of my characters is going to be using the axe, but you can break it down for components. Now that's an open starport visa that I just got, right? It's mine. Open starport visa, cool. Alright. It's like an axe, but in space. Now I'm just going to save here because I'm pretty sure that I get an opportunity. I'm going to be an actual light side Jedi and give that starport visa to the mother and children. I'm pretty sure I get an opportunity to do that after I speak with Dagon Gent. But just in case, I'll just save there.
Have you found the encrypted holodisks yet? I won't be able to get a hold of my contacts from the palace without it.
I got the holodisks from Bakel. Ashmerlin, you know what? It's too far past the event. If he says anything like it again, you can do what your conscience tells you should happen.
Great going there. With these, I'll check my contacts at the palace. I should be able to get a meeting with your Jedi Master shortly. You got anything you need to take care of in the quarter, you best do it now. You're dealing with serious politics by contacting him. If things go bad during a meeting, you may not be welcome in Isis anymore. Perhaps never. Just let me know if you want to go through with this.
Alright, I have something I have to do first.
Come back when you're ready. Better yet, call the whole thing off. Palace politics can get you killed these days.
Let's call the whole thing off. I don't remember what song that is from. I seriously don't remember what song that is from. How terrible. Alright. I love that this crowd is still collected, even though I persuaded this man to not do anything dangerous. Crowd doesn't give a shit. Crowd's just gonna remain undispersed. Alright, mother and child.
Captain, you're back. Please tell me you have an open starport visa.
I found a visa for you. Here you go.
Thank the Four Moons for your kindness, Off-Worlder. I only wish I had some way to thank you. But my children and I will never forget your kindness. Hurry, children. We get to go on a spaceship.
The fuck was
Thanks
that
to the
animation?
captain, we get to go into space.
Aw, that's nice. And I get a level. I love leveling. Alright. I am destroying with my skills. Alright, what's the song called though, Tilodig? Like get massive regen. Let's do that. Okay. Now we can do whatever this end of Isis item plot is. It's called Let's Call the Whole Thing Off, okay. Oh, hello, Captain Riken.
Stay out of trouble.
I see Captain Riken and all I can think is Captain Riker. No, Next Gen. Even though he's not a captain in Next Gen. Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire, yeah.
So you still intend to go through with it? I can schedule the meeting with your Jedi Master as soon as you like. Like I was saying, though, once I use my contact, you may be in over your head. You may not be welcome back on Isis again.
He was a captain in alternate universe episode. There you go. I've only seen the first half of the alternate universe episode, and he had a lightsaber. Amazing. All right, contact the Jedi Master, please.
Yeah, I'll get on it. Just grab a cot and rest a bit. Once I get a meeting time, I'll let you know.
How many dead bodies have been on these cots?
Is this meeting a trap? I can't afford to lose you, especially given recent events.
Anything could be a trap. Vaklu is no fool. But if the message is true...
Is this necessary? I can guarantee your safety in the palace, but outside these walls the General has many men that would do anything for him.
Nothing in life is certain, Your Majesty. But I feel something. There is a disruption in the Force. I must investigate this.
Very well. But please, be cautious.
Aren't I always?
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Well, the meeting is on. Head straight to the
Good
cantina.
cinematography.
You guys should be in there. And no offense, but I hope I never see you again.
You must have gone through a lot to arrange this meeting. The palace is at full battle readiness. Smuggling in a message is no small task.
Yep. It's like, I don't know if you ever played Mass Effect, but it's really interesting. Apparently, some of the cinematography is different depending on whether you played as a male or a female character. For example, Miranda in Mass Effect 2, apparently you get a lot more butt shots of Miranda's butt if you're playing as a male character. Which, you know, like, I feel is a bit discriminatory towards people who play as female characters, but still interested in female character. Anyway, I'm already going to hell. I might as well say it that way. Master Kavar, I didn't know you were still alive.
Kavar, the famed Jedi Guardian. The Mandalorians counted on the fact it would be you, not Revan, who would lead the Jedi against us during the Mandalorian Wars. I wonder how we'd have fared against you. I thought you were killed fighting Malak during the Jedi Civil War.
It seems my former student keeps curious company. Strange times lead to strange alliances, though. No, I survived the war. If only just. Why are you here? I imagine that you hold little love for any on the Jedi Council anymore. Even an old friend.
I didn't expect it would turn on to Kavar.
You have to understand that it was a time of great uncertainty. We just learned that Darth Revan was back with an armada. Every Jedi that went with him was lost, corrupted, and as dark as their master. And then there was you. Many thought you were a spy, but there's more to it than that. And I think you deserve an
Am I interrupting? In orbit,
Hey,
I thought
asshole!
for sure that the Ebon
Fuck
Hawk
off!
was mine. I was certain, only to see you slip through my fingers during the battle. Imagine my delight to discover you were on Isis. Quite careless, if you ask me.
We're having
Get
a
them, men,
conversation
and
here.
what's your aim? Civilian casualties cause a mess of paperwork.
I must return to the palace. I'll get word to you when I'm able. Run!
What? What have you done to my men? Blast! Men, take care of her! I won't let Kavar escape!
For the sake of subtlety, I suggest we avoid using grenades and any other weapons that may injure civilians in this battle.
Yes, of course, that goes without saying. Oh, what, Krea's happy that I did something light side for once. That's a bloody miracle.
Let us end this.
He's dead. He's dead, Jim. Oh, there's still more of them? Christ. I'm not bad-mouthing Miranda, I'm just saying that they showed dudes more of her ass. Look at this guy, he's still just sitting here like, yeah, I've seen worse. Nico's like, oh no! This guy's just like, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I've seen worse. Necrai also always played a femshep, so yeah, I only realized when I saw comparisons online. But like I said, bold to assume that people playing femshep would not be interested in looking at Miranda's ass.
Who wants to die first?
Good stuff. It's so awesome that we have all these lightsabers at our disposal now. Just relieving them of their mortal remains. Waste not, want not. I like that all these soldiers have shit that I can remove from their bodies. I mean, like, not shit that I can... You know what I mean. Was I a big Miranda fan in ME2? No, actually I wasn't. I wasn't. I didn't like her character very much at all. Just trying to think, who did I like in ME2?
What's happening in the West Square?
Bane.
It sounded like battle. Command's ordered comm blackout. Do you know what's going on?
I like Kasumi as well in the DLC. Why aren't you shooting at me? All the other soldiers have been.
What? Why? That makes no sense. Command hasn't issued any alerts. Are you sure it wasn't some of those Beast Rider slags? They've been getting bolder
language.
recently.
On Twitch here, I don't want to get banned. It's broad daylight. They were wearing uniforms.
You must be mistaken. Soldiers just don't attack civilians without orders. If it weren't for the comm blackout, I'd check with Command. Just head to the safety of the Merchant Square, citizen. We'll send a patrol to investigate as soon as we can contact our HQ.
Not all the military is after us. Still, Vaklu can throw a whole army at us. I think we've outworn our welcome over here. We should head over to the spaceport before General Vaklu invents some charges against us. Then we'd be in real trouble.
Alright. Time to leave. You didn't play the DLC? Yeah, it's okay.
You know what to do.
What?
Let's do it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Guys.
Get her!
Guys, I am going to absolutely own you. Oops, wrong button. We've got a lot of experience out of this world. This is great. Honestly, Sphinx, I did get very invested in Mass Effect because it was the spiritual successor to these games, and oh, I didn't like the way they ended it.
The diagnostic is doing something strange. Target acquired. What the hell does that mean?
They don't have IQ tests for the Andron military, do they? I loved Dragon Age Origins. I didn't play the other two, but Dragon Age Origins was a great self-contained story in itself, and I loved that game. I've thought about playing that one when I finish this, but it's another really long game, and I'm not sure I'm into such a long game. I'm thinking of doing the Shivering Isles expansion for Oblivion. What character? What the fuck are you doing? I've had Divinity Original Sin recommended to me, actually. Might be something to check out. But yeah, Shivering Isles appeals to me because it's short. It's only apparently about 20 hours to do the main game. Where's my throw lightsaber? There it is.
No one crosses me.
Like if I were to do the main quest of Oblivion as well, obviously it would be much longer. But no reason to do the main quest really. Just do Shivering Isles. You were playing the Daggerfall Unity remake, Sphinx. How was it? I've never played Daggerfall because I looked into it and it looks it looked a little bit too antique for me.
I'm Captain Galisi, Offworlder. If you want to pass here, I'll need to see your starport visa.
Here's my visa.
Everything seems in order. You're cleared to go.
I'll be going.
Your visa's been scanned. You're cleared to leave.
I'm aware
I'd
of
leave
that.
right away. Things are going crazy in this quarter.
The shuttle is just ahead. I think we should get out of here fast. It's gonna be some time before they forget about us here. No more trips to ISIS for us until the situation changes. A lot.
You know, that's fair. Oh good, there's some droids in there waiting for us.
Unnecessary observation. You are eliminating many of us Jedi, but such actions only delay the inevitable. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
Fuck your hostilities. Jesus, 73? Fuck off. There we go.
Failing, Master.
Thanks, Kreia, but we are finished fighting now. Oh wait, I don't go around the back. I'm just thinking about the Millennium Falcon, I mean the Ebon Hawk. Do you mind? Alright, well if you don't want to work right now, I suppose I could read my chat instead. Let's see, Daggerfall is brutal. If I'm used to 90s dungeon crawlers, Daggerfall's one of the best. See, I was just a little bit... Just knocked my pop filter onto the wrong side of my mic. There we go. I didn't have a computer until I was like 10, so that was already the 2000s. And the first game of that nature that I played was Morrowind. So yeah. Do I think I can get the game to run? I am confident I could get the game to run. I could get this game to stream. I'm confident that I can get Shivering Isles to as well. Even if it takes a bit of finagling, I'm pretty sure I can do it. It's such a beloved game. I'm sure people with much stronger technical chops than me will have already done things to, like, if you're willing to look for it, it's possible to get it to work, in other words. All right, another movie you can't see. We're taking off, leaving the hangar that you just saw us in. It's sunset now, actually, and now we're crossing back across the sky from the jungle planet Onderon to the jungle moon Duxon. And just as we left, rising up through the mists, now we descend through it. And as the ship descends, it disappears into the forest.
We're back. The shuttle is going to stay docked here until further notice. I'm not ready to part company yet. It sounds like you have a lot of traveling to do. So do I. I'm going with you. The Sith have taken a particular interest in you, and you could use an extra blaster. I've been meaning to leave Duxon to look for other Mandalorian clans anyway.
Why do you want to stop the Sith?
The Sith aren't known for sharing power. If the Jedi Order is destroyed for good, it's inevitable that the Sith will dominate the Republic, and then my people will be eradicated or enslaved. Helping your cause is a matter of necessity. Mandalorians helped Exar Kun during his war. We know firsthand how we'd fare in the service of their like. But that's enough for now. We'll have time to talk later.
The Ebon Hawk is patched up and ready to go. When you're ready to depart, we can ask the guide here to take us back to the ship.
Oh, Atten, I missed you. Sphinx says Oblivion doesn't have many issues with streaming, it just likes to crash, which is an Oblivion thing whether you're streaming it or not. Yep. Pretty much. There are some mods to make it a little less crash.
I don't think you'll be able
Crash
to return to Isis
prone?
anytime soon. General Vaklu has a great deal of power. Even a Jedi couldn't defeat an entire army alone.
Watch me. I'm aware it's after 11:30, yes. I question what you're still doing up though, Ash. Even back in like whatever year it was when I was playing a lot of Oblivion, I used it was the unofficial Oblivion patch, I think it was called, or something like that. And it was basically exactly it was exactly that. It was basically a patch. It was a patch that Bethesda should have put out instead of that bloody paid horse armor DLC bullshit. It was a patch that they should have put out to fix many, many of the issues. And they didn't. And that was kind of bullshit.
The Mandalorians will rise again.
Thanks, mate. My experience with Elder Scrolls games is sometimes that you have to go into the INI files and manually edit some things to get them to run in the way that you would like them to. Hang on, I have to try and pronounce this. Mukva. Mukva. Alright. I'll take the Mukva. Mandalore has a lot of drugs. It does sound Klingon, I agree.
I hear you handled Isis adequately. Mandalore has left me in charge until he has finished his journey to reunite the clans. If there is any change planet side, I'll send you a message.
Thanks, Kelborn. You're right, Tleding. I did call it medicine. Cool. Alright, well, I'm going to take us back to the Ebon Hawk and then end the stream for tonight because it is, in fact, 20 minutes till midnight where I am. And while for some of us, That sounds positively adorable. Time to go to bed. Great Sphinx. What the fuck way do I have to go? This way? Yes. So I'm going like the exact wrong direction. I do have to be up for work at 7 AM tomorrow morning, so... What am I stuck on? What am I stuck on? I'll make it work. I'm confident in my abilities to finagle, like I said. Force wall, yep. Necro, if I run into problems like that and I work out how to fix it, I will definitely let you know what it is that I did to fix it. Yeah, it's a bit like with Bethesda, I don't know, it feels almost like the Bethesda that made Oblivion, that made Morrowind, that made Fallout, even Fallout 3 is not the Bethesda that, for fuck's sake, is not the Bethesda that we have anymore. Skyrim was great. I liked Skyrim, but it certainly simplified things a lot. I think I will struggle going back to Oblivion, actually, because in Oblivion you have to pay attention to what skills you level up to make sure that you can level up your attributes effectively. And I remember the first time I ever played that, I fucked it up totally and had to restart because I couldn't do fucking anything at about level 10 because the enemies scale with your level in that game. So if you don't level up your abilities in a sensible way, you're fucked. So that was a learning curve for me, and it's sadly going to be a learning curve again just because it's been so long since I've played something like that. Alright, well, I'll hope, Necro, that I have better luck than you did. I'm very excited for Elder Scrolls 6, yeah. Wow, that's some interesting lighting on the Ebon Hawk there. And no, Teletic, you don't have to talk to the scout, and I felt like a run through the grainy jungle, so that's what I did. What mobile game is that, Sphinx? I don't think I know it. What are you doing up? Oh look, Sphinx, it's you!
I dreamt of Malachor. I remember the ships, the last stand of the Republic. The tattered remnants of our fleet, the largest we could gather. But it was damaged, weakened, and vulnerable. The Mandalorians couldn't resist. They tore into us like beasts, shredding our ships to scrap as we fought back. Yet this time there were no reinforcements for either side. Revan had been delayed out-system by Mandalorian scout ships. By the time he arrived, it was too late. And beyond Malachor, there were no more Mandalorians left to die. I remember standing on the bridge with you and watching the destruction of the Republic, watching ships full of soldiers and Jedi burn and die. I remember the look you had when you turned to me. It was the longest you'd ever looked at me. You didn't say anything, just a nod. Events moved quickly then, even in my dreams. Flashes, explosions, you falling. I could feel the pain around me. And then the memory, the drifting hulks of the Mandalorian ships, the dead, allies, friends, strangers. And then the echo, lingering, the sound I awakened to in my nightmares.
They had to die. There was no choice.
Blame lies with me for creating it. The situation forced your hand. Anger forced mine.
If you are to blame for its creation, then I am equally to blame for commanding its use.
You realized that unless action was taken, the fleet would be destroyed and the Republic would fall. None of us realized the magnitude of what we unleashed.
So you fought against the Mandalorians?
What the fuck?
War.
I was part of the war effort, yes. I worked as a technician, though.
But you fought on the front lines. To a Mandalorian, there is honor in that.
I could do without your Mandalorian
Oh, I bet
honor.
these two are going to get
I
along
saw
like
the
a
results
bloody
of
house
your
on fire.
honor, the absolute destruction your warriors brought. And look at them now. Mandalorians are little better than mercenary thugs. And what's honor to someone like that? All they care about are credits.
If I were you, I'd pick your words more carefully.
Let's not dwell on the past. We need to work together.
You fought for no cause other than to spread suffering and pain to the people you conquered.
Maybe that's what it looked like to you, but that isn't why we fought. We fought for honor and glory in the heat of battle.
You did nothing but murder innocents.
The Republic took us too lightly. We wanted to face the full force of their army. We had to goad them to fight.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you ask me, you Mandalorians just got what you deserved at Malachor.
Defeat is part of a warrior's life. We will recover, stronger than before.
Doesn't it even bother you that your people were almost destroyed? Or do lives have no meaning to you?
People die in war.
Well, I'm glad to have you guarding my back.
Enough. That's enough. This conversation is over.
Fine by me.
Yes, Beodur lost his arm in at Malachor. The fight, the battle that we were just talking about. All right, I am this close to yawning my head off on stream, so I think it's time to stop. What are we up to? Sane. I almost wrote sane instead of save. 81. 81's a nice round number. 9 nines. Cool. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to the stream and joining me tonight. I streamed, oh god, almost 4 hours, which is long for me. If you are a new viewer and you haven't followed yet, and you would like to see more of this, you can go ahead and do that. Or you can follow me on Twitter, where I also post when I'm going live. And I pretty much have a schedule. So on this time, every week, I'm going to be playing KOTOR. On Sunday nights, for me, I stream Subnautica. And then I play some other things here and there. I'm trying to work out something to play maybe on Friday, which is tomorrow. Holy shit, how's it? Anyway. And it's a long weekend where I am on Monday, so I could do a stream that night as well. Don't look at me like that, Great Sphinx. Streamers with schedules. Some of us have lives that mean if we don't schedule our streams, they don't happen. So anyway, I will see you guys later, hopefully. Thanks for coming and hanging out tonight. Oh, Sphinx, by the way, you feeling better? I know you were feeling a bit unwell earlier in the week. Just gonna... I see an emote, but my eyes are completely... You're always sick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're mostly better? Cool. Alright. Well, I'm sure staying up till fuck off o'clock in the morning where you are is definitely helping you get better. But anyway, guys, have a good... Yeah, it's a long weekend for me. I'm so sorry, Skenzo. Are you having to work? Yeah, it sucks. 4:50 a.m. Yeah, it's reasonable. All right. Have a great night, guys. Take care of yourselves. Eat the healthy foods. Get some exercise. Drink, stretch, sleep. All that good stuff. And hopefully I'll see you again. Night, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.